Welcome to episode number 100. Welcome to episode number 100 of the 5 Letters podcast. We made it. Milestone episode. Now we're going to talk more about this, but for now, let's get into it. The 5 Letters podcast. Bez Cam, we are here. Episode 100. We finally made it.
Big 1 0.
Yeah, it took
0.
took four years.
Damn.
It took 4 years. Not quite, but almost.
Almost. Coming up on the fourth year.
Coming up on the 4th year officially.
So what would it be like? September, October, kind of?
I think it was October. Yeah, early October.
Damn.
Because our first episode was early October because the second episode was Halloween.
Yeah.
End of October.
Crazy. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's been 4 years at all. Like
It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, yeah.
When I think about when we started, it feels like 4 years. But when I think about like just the actual recording of the podcast episode,
True.
I'm like, it doesn't feel like we've done 4 years worth of episodes.
Yeah, this is like it's been going on for that long. But when you think about where the first episode we were at the time, it's like
what
okay,
we were talking about. Yeah,
it just felt like it was a long time ago.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, the time has flown past. But the consistency's been mad. 4 years, no episodes missed. The worst thing we've done is we dropped an episode a day late.
Yeah.
And that was just because of some technical stuff. Not our fault. It was some technical stuff out of our control. 4 years of consistency. Every 2 weeks we show up. Whether we have to record early, record late, and like rush out the editing and stuff, but like one way or another we do it. Lockdown, can't go out. Yeah. Recording online, like
Zencaster, big up Zencaster.
Big up Zencaster for real. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously we started in Pirate Studios and we couldn't go there at them times, so had to find an alternative. And Zencaster held it down for us. Gave us a means to do this.
Zencaster and Discord.
Discord as well. I forgot about Discord.
They played their role. It wasn't like a massively important role, but it was a role nonetheless that was played.
Yeah, I forgot. I actually forgot about Discord.
Actually, no, it was quite important because they were the video because we recorded video.
We did the videos, during
Discord,
that period.
Right, but yes, we're going to get into this even more. But as usual, let's start off with a quick check-in. How's life? How are things? How are you feeling? You know, all of that good stuff. Give us the 2 week update.
Feeling good. You know, just this. I said it last time, but the heat's still getting me, man. It's getting hotter as well.
It's warm. I kind of wish we cracked open a window before we started recording, but yeah.
It's getting later and it's getting warmer. It's just hot. And I was in the office yesterday, so I just didn't realize how hot it was. Yeah. So we went out to get a drink for lunchtime and just felt the heat.
It just hits you in the face.
Yeah, like walking into an oven, I was like, this is disgusting. It was so bad. Besides that, I don't think I've done much these last 2 weeks. I think just went cinema one day. Had a little baking session the other day.
Baking?
Yeah. Baked a little, I don't even know. I think it's called a tiffin. That's what the official name is. But it's basically just chocolate, a lot of chocolate, some biscuit. It's kind of like a cheesecake base with chocolate mixed in and then a bit of like chocolate on top.
You baked that here?
Yeah.
Jeez. Right. I don't know we had the facilities for that.
Did you see it in the fridge? I moved it to the freezer now because I was like, it's been in there whilst I moved to put it in the freezer. But it was in the fridge.
Nah, I did not notice that.
Yeah,
actually, I might have done, but like this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, it looks vibes for sure.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, so it looks like that. Bez out here getting his
Gordon Ramsay on.
I was literally gonna say Gordon Ramsay, but I was like, he's not really he's a baker. But then I couldn't think of a baker.
What's that dude who does the chocolate stuff? You remember Christian? He makes like things out of chocolate. Like he made like a chocolate dragon, and like he does all these videos.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember.
French dude.
French dude.
But yeah, again, he's not a baker, chocolate maker.
Yeah, chocolatier.
Chocolatier. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't feel like I've done much else these last 2 weeks that I can think of anyway.
What about you,
A
Cam?
calm one.
What have you-
Similar as well. Like I went cinema one day. I did go to my sister's house for the first time. Went there as a. It was meant to just be a small thing, but it turned into a bigger thing than I thought it was going to be. Where like a bunch of family was around, and I had to meet new people and stuff because it was her boyfriend's family, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was nice vibes, you know. It was a warm day. So like the door was open. They have a pretty nice garden. It's pretty big. And my nephew has recently bought a basketball. He's got no hoop, but he has a basketball.
Oh, jokes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Does he have a football? Or, no.
He took a football from our parents' house when he was leaving there.
Okay, fair.
But yeah, so like, and there was a bunch of kids and like young kids, like maybe like 3-4 years
Oh,
old.
right. Okay, damn.
So they were just there.
You just skilling them all up there.
I wasn't really interacting with them because, yeah, I don't interact with kids that much, first of all. And then second of all, they were new people to me, you know,
Yeah.
new kids to
fair.
me.
You call the kids new people to me. Like, I can't talk to the kids, man. I'm too
It's not even
introverted.
that. It's not that I'm introvert. It's that
Yeah.
I don't know the vibe yet, you know? You have to
True,
vibe
they
it out.
could be
You
bad
have to
vibes.
vibe it
You're
out.
right. You're right.
Bad
Could be
vibes,
bad vibes. I thought you were in there like doing crossovers, like bam, bam.
That's what I thought you did as well. Yeah.
I said there was no
There's no
hoop.
hoop, but you can still like
Yeah.
little spin, little step.
No, it was literally
Like braid the
it was
ankles.
literally-
yeah.
It was literally just my nephew was because they have like a balcony and then the stairs down to where the main garden bit is. So he was standing down there and he was just trying to get the arc, you know, get a good arc going. He's throwing it up to me and I'm like arcing it back down to him, whatever. And that's what
Just
we were doing.
practicing.
Yeah, because he wants to try out for his university team.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and then that was yes, it was good vibes, good food, whatever. And then, bro, I drove home so tired that day. It was crazy. So this was the longest amount of time that I had to drive for. So it was like a 2-hour drive there, 2-hour drive back, or like an hour and a half drive back. While I was there, I was starting to pass out. I was like really tired. I was like, I don't know what's happening. Why am I so tired? My dad offered to drive back. I was like, no, I'm not fine. I'm fine. On the like near their house, I was like turning around the road, and there was like a I don't know if you call it like an island or something in the middle.
Yeah.
In the middle of the road.
Yeah. It's
And
an
I must have
island,
like oversteered, and I guess maybe fell asleep for a second.
Cam.
I don't know what happened,
Cam.
but I don't think I fell asleep. What I think is that I was just driving. I was like, I know the area because obviously I was following sat nav all the way to home.
Yeah.
But now I was in a familiar area. I was like, okay, cool. I can relax a bit more.
Yeah. You clocked
So I'm
off.
just driving, and then I turn just a bit too much and drive over the island. But it's like I'm going like maybe 25 miles per hour, and so it's a sudden bump, and I'm just like, what just happened? I'm thinking I've hit the front of the car on something, and then my parents just call out to me like, "What?" And I'm like,
Yeah. Wait.
I'm like, what?
Wake up.
But my dad, as I said, he offered to drive because he could see that I was tired. But I didn't think I was that tired.
Yeah.
But then by that point, I'd already been driving for over an hour. So I was like, yeah, maybe I did fall asleep for like literally a second. Because I was trying to think back
I feel like you mentally checked. I doubt you were like
actually asleep. But
I
yeah,
feel like you mentally.
that's what I
You
said.
were
I
an
was like,
autopilot.
switched off. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I don't think I was actively driving. I was like passively driving. I was letting the car move and somewhat controlling it,
Yeah.
but also
Yeah.
not fully controlling it, not fully paying attention to what's around me.
Nah, it happens. I feel like when you're driving places that you are comfortable driving and you know very well, you just kind of just autopilot and you
Yeah.
just let yourself just float off and drive. You just drive the car.
But yeah, it's crazy. That's the first time I've done anything like that, and then the parents were in the car with me.
That
But
makes
they-
it 20 times worse.
Luckily,
Yeah.
they didn't react in the same way that I expected them to. I would have thought they would have made a bigger deal out of it, but they were literally just like, "We're all cool. We're all cool. It wasn't nothing major. The car's fine. We're fine. We saw you were tired, and it's understandable." My dad was like, "Now you're a driver." I was
Yeah.
like, "Cool, calm."
Why were you tired? Were you up late the day before or something?
I was up late, but I also slept. So like, I maybe went to bed about 2:00, but I didn't wake up until 10. So I had 8 hours sleep.
Yeah.
But then I think it was literally just the fact that I
Long
was
drive.
driving for so long.
Was it hot as well, or was it?
Yeah, it was a warm day.
I feel like that takes out of you as well.
True.
Yeah, long drives are
Were you
not
being
fun.
cheap, not putting AC on?
No, I had the AC on.
Okay. just checking. Did you drink water though? Because also, well, I know
always drink
you're
water,
quite good at
yeah.
drinking, but yeah,
Yeah.
fairs. You done?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, I gotta be honest. My 2 weeks has been quite quiet as well. Started on my summer 2025 body. So that's
Summer 25.
35.
You gotta start early, mate. You gotta get in early,
Summer 24 is not even finished yet.
bruv. Best time to start. Best time to start. Like, and the Olympics is on. I'm seeing some of these, man. And I'm like, nah, man. I can't be having this. Can't be having this. Do you know what it is? I'm getting old, innit? I'm getting old, and I feel like I used to coast by on like kind of just being naturally athletic and all these kind of things. And I'm just I'm noticing that like it's not, the sharpness isn't there. Like, what's it called? Like, just little, like even little things like I walk, so I'm fine. But like sometimes I'll get to like a steep hill and like where I would just be bouncing up it like 10 years ago, I'd be fine. Like, it's not a struggle or anything, but I'm like, okay, that was more difficult than that probably would have been.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely a lot softer in places than I was back in the day. So I'm just like, let me see if I can like try and just reclaim a bit of fitness, a bit of stamina, you know, mold this body a little bit like back to maybe a bit how it used to be. But yeah, it's going to be difficult, obviously, being an old man now.
Being an old man of 30 years old.
Bruv, I've been watching the Olympics and hearing that they're like, ooh, 27. Oh, he's a veteran of the sport.
Bro, Nadal was playing the other day.
Yeah.
Guy's like 38. I thought he was like 60 or something.
But he's 38.
He's 38.
Don't lie to me.
He's 30. That's what I was saying. 'Cause when I saw him, I was like, right, Nadal's still playing. He looks old.
He looks like an old timer,
weathered.
sure,
I
yeah.
was like, these guys like, he must be in his late 40s. 38.
38 is insane.
Crazy.
I feel like he was playing when we were in school and stuff.
He was playing when we were in school.
He started, but that's the thing.
But 18 probably. Like,
He's only lasted so long because he's an all-time great. And that's not even a joke.
Yeah,
That's
it's
literal.
true.
It's facts.
it's true.
Like, same thing with Ronaldo. As much as we can say he's washed and whatnot.
But he looks 38. Well, like Ronaldo.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Nadal just looks older.
Yeah, older.
He looks
It's
weathered.
true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's
He's
true.
running around a pitch for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
He's doing short bursts of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was watching like the cycling and they were literally like talking about 27-year-olds like they were about to take him out back and put a bullet in them. Like, I was like, bloody hell. Like, they were just literally like bigging up the 20-year-old. It was literally like such a drastic like switch. Because like the 20-year-olds, they would talk like their kids like, oh, this is his first Olympics, blah, blah, blah. Unless, like, oh, this is his first Olympics, blah, blah, blah. 20 and under. Then the ones up to about 25, they'll be like, yeah, in his prime, favourite.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Then 27 up was like, oh, he's just hanging on. Like, I was like, bloody hell, man. Like, there was a guy, he was 37, and he was meant to be like an all-time cyclist.
Yeah.
Like previous winner, da, 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 da. And the commentators were literally talking like he's just there for vibes. like, nah, he's absolutely finished. Like, he's not gonna do anything. But you know, like, he's one of the legends. Like, let's give him a round of applause. We might not see him again next year. He might be gone. We might have to like give him a funeral next year. So. Nah. So, you know, yes, 30 years, obviously, it's not going to be as easy to get my fitness up as it might have been at 22. But it shouldn't be crazy hard.
I don't know. Did you ever watch X Factor?
X Factor?
Yeah.
Yeah, X Factor used to do like the 25s and ups.
Yeah. So they had like the group category. Then they'll have, I think, boys and girls under 25 and 25 and up.
Yeah.
And that'll be literally 25 to
80.
70, 80, 90, like whatever age. It's like, how is that like?
Like, yeah. I remember that. And
That's
you would have like, yeah, it's like 27. Yeah, you're mature.
Yeah, you're in the mature group. Like, what?
Yeah.
But it's crazy though, the Olympics. I was watching skateboarding the other day.
16-year-old and that.
Yeah, 14, 16. I was like, this is mad. How is people that young in the Olympics? I thought there was at least a age like 18 and up or something.
I was watching swimming and the woman who won, Summer Devereux, I remember her name, shout her out, from Canada. I was at blood. She dominated the race first of all, and the commentators at the end were like, "Yeah, she's only 17, and she broke the world record when she was 16. Like not 16, she broke the world record when she was 15 or something."
That's crazy.
I was like,
How's she breaking? Not even fully grown yet.
I
Broken
was like,
records.
"Pardon?" Yeah, she's been racing adults.
Tester.
She's been racing. She's been racing adults since she was 14 years old.
That's mad.
How long? She must have long limbs.
Yeah, she obviously just swimmers, isn't it? Like
They're built for it.
Yeah, just like tall, lanky, like
That's
kind of.
crazy.
So she looks like a swimmer, but she looks much older than 17.
Once she hits a prime of 23, she's gonna be smashing it like.
But
moving like a dolphin.
yeah,
literally.
I saw someone like so. I was like researching like her, and then I ended up on Reddit on the our swimming like thread, and they were saying how like with swimming, there are just certain people in every generation that are just so far ahead of the rest of the racers. And it's like, so her, Michael Phelps, like if she continues how she is, she's going to be like an all-time women's swimmer probably. Michael Phelps was obviously crazy, like, and some other people they listed off. And they were like, it's because these people actually have like some genetic advantage. Like everyone that's behind them is just a normal, regular person who happens to be really good at swimming.
Yeah.
And then your Summer Devereaux, your Michael Phelps, whatever, are basically
built for
crafted for swimming. Like someone replied, it was like Michael Phelps was basically built like a frog. Like he wasn't a human. Like his proportions and everything was not human.
Yeah.
Like his lung capacity was not human. He was built like a frog. How are you meant to compete with a frog man? Like I was like, yeah, true, fair enough. But yeah, so basically, I say all that to say, yeah, what have I done? I've been swimming. I've been gymming. I'm trying to go every single day, Monday to Sunday. I'm trying to go, and just mixing up between swim days and gym days. Trying to do at least half hour of like intense, like swimming. Well, swimming's intense anyway because I'm not good at it anymore. And then kind of intense in the gym as well for just half hour. See what I can do for
weights in the gym or just cardio stuff.
No, weights have to do some weights. Yeah, because swimming's like so much cardio. Like I feel like I can't do more cardio in the gym. Like I feel like I would actually disappear if I started doing that. Because that's the thing. Like I've definitely gotten like softer and stuff, but I haven't put on much weight. Like in actuality, because obviously I feel like it's just losing muscle, gaining fat. So I feel like you don't put on weight that way. So yeah, I've definitely gone up for waist size and them kind of thing there. Even though again my waist size, so people talk about my waist size and saying grown men shouldn't have this waist size. Like it's literally like women.
Someone was talking about someone else's waist
yeah,
size, which is the same as yours.
Yeah, women were like if he's less than this waist size, it's an ick. Like all this, that, and the third.
That's
I was
jokes.
like, bloody hell.
That's so stupid though.
Bloody. I'm like, but the thing is, I was laughing. I found it funny because I was like, I don't think people would like immediately know my waist size. Yeah. Like I feel like they would find out maybe down the line you'd find out whatever. But like I feel like you would look at me like be like, oh, he's skinny, but you wouldn't look at me and be like, oh, he definitely wears like a size 29, 28 and be like, oh, that's a child's waist. Da, da, da. Like I can't imagine that happening. Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm built like a man, just like a skinny man. Whereas I do feel like some people who wear like my nephew.
Yeah.
Or our nephew, more to the point. We're the same waist size, but I feel like he looks like a child still, like in many ways. Like I feel like he's not as broad as I am. Like, whereas I've got the man shoulders. And the man shoulder. So I feel like it doesn't quite hit the same. But
it's the stupidness of the whole comment. That just like you obviously are a man. And a man can wear 26 waist and 24 waist, like because some men just have small waists and
some men are small, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm 5'11" and skinny. If you're 5'7" and skinny, you might be a 24.
Just off of the back of your 5'11" comment,
right?
When I was at my sister's house, measurement on nephew, he's taller than you, right? Or,
yeah.
Okay. Apparently, he's 5'10".
No, he's not.
I measured him.
Right.
168 centimeters.
You measured him wrong.
That's what I thought. Or maybe 100, whichever one is 5'10".
Yeah.
I measured him. He told me his mum measured him and gave me the centimeter measurement. I was like, nah, wrong. Get me the tape measure right now.
You did it wrong because last time I measured myself, and he is definitely taller than me. Not by much, but he's taller than me. Last time I measured myself, I was like solidly 5'11".
How am I measuring him wrong though?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm pretty sure.
Did you measure yourself as well with the same tape measure?
Nah.
That's what you should have done to see what.
Because what would you be then? If he's 5'10", that means I'm 5'9". That means what? You're 5'6".
That's what I'm saying. Literally, the conversation was, I was like, him, you're like 6 foot, I'm like 5'10", whatever. He's like, nah, my mum measured me the other day. And I'm like, what are we talking about? How are you 5'10"? Let me check this. And
so she measured him the other day and said he's 5'10".
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
so then you checked it and it was confirmed.
Yeah.
The same tape measure.
Same tape measure, yeah.
That's wrong.
I was like, we have to take this boy to a doctor.
No, because that's the last time I was measured was literally that. It was before you started at the company.
Yeah.
But we had a health checkup machine thing, and there was like some operators, and they literally did that. They weighed you, they measured you, they took your blood pressure. Like it was like a health thing.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the exact centimeter because it was again given to me in centimeters. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I converted it and it was 5'11".
Okay.
So I confidently will call myself 5'11", but unless they lied to me, because it's not even I measured myself. They measured me and wrote it down on the paper. So yeah. So to hear that he's 5'10",
I mean, that's obviously I don't believe it. I think it's nonsense.
would be sounds. That's
the fact that two people measured him and got the same number. I'm like, yeah, something's wrong here.
That because I feel like if he's 5'10", I feel like then everyone is shorter than we're saying.
Yeah.
Like Bez, like we've been saying, he's what 6'2". You might be just 6 foot. like that's what I'm saying. I feel like it brings everyone down, because me, I would have been saying that my nephew's 6, approaching 6'1".
Yeah.
So if he's 5'10", then everyone needs to come down by 2. Like, so sure, yeah, I'm 5'9". Then Cam is literally like at that point, you, my dad start approaching like 5'7", which sounds ridiculous to me.
It is ridiculous.
Then and then you think about like my mum, like our sister as well. That's what I'm saying.
5 foot clean.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody comes down by 2 or 3. Like even and if his mum, she's always been 5'7", and like as far as we've said it.
Yeah.
But if you're 5'7" and you're taller than her, she has to be 5'5" or something. That's what I'm saying. Everyone comes down quite a bit. So sounds. To be fair, I don't care how tall I am. Like I care how tall I am in proportion to other people.
Yes.
I don't necessarily care. I don't care about the actual number.
Yeah.
Like I'm not 6 foot, so I don't get the stat symbol of being 6 foot.
Yeah.
So
you could lie and say you're 6 foot. People wouldn't care. They wouldn't check.
With trainers on, you probably are 6 foot.
Probably, yeah. I probably.
You could get away with 6 foot, 100%.
So,
look at him, he's getting gassed.
He's like, I'm gonna say it next time.
No. Do you know the thing is, yeah? Because like obviously being in like out here in the in life and the world and stuff, I've always said, oh, I'm 5'10", 5'11", because until I was measured, then I just settled on 5'11". But I was like, yeah, I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and I remember like women being like, are you sure? Like, da, da, da. I was like, why would I lie about being 5'10", 5'? Like, if I was gonna lie, I would say I'm 6 foot.
Yeah.
Like, why would I be like lying about being 5'10", 5'11"? So that's why I'm laughing at you saying, oh, you can say 6, because I wouldn't do that. But yeah, but I care about proportion to other people. Like I know, I like the fact that I'm never gonna be the tallest person in the room, or in most rooms, in most normal rooms. I mean, I'm above average height for a man, but
Yeah.
in most rooms, there's someone else who's more above average than I am. So I'm not going to be the tallest, but I also will almost certainly never be the shortest in a room as well. Unless it's on an NBA court or something. So I like that, like just being comfortably, like above average, but comfortably in the middle.
Yeah. And I'm just below that. I'm not comfortable with my height.
You're not comfortable
like,
with that?
I'm probably smack bang on average.
Yeah.
But there are still considerably more people taller than me
than
there are people shorter than me. Generally.
I feel like there are people
just like around.
Yeah.
Just feel like everyone's tall. I'm looking up to people like all the time.
Nah, I don't feel like that. I feel like in terms of like if we're saying people in general, then obviously there's more short because of women.
Yeah.
But if we're saying men, I feel like most times I look people straight in their face, and then there's a few people that are like, okay, you're taller than me, and then there's a few people that are like, you're shorter than me. I feel like not 9 times, I'd say maybe 7, 8 times out of 10, I'm like, we're around the same height.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, you're short. You're like short, I can look over your head, and you're tall, I have to look up, like vibes. So yeah, Bez is like, yeah, no, I'm just towering over everyone.
I'm trying to find, because I had a health thing as well. I've got the report somewhere, so I'm going to see if I can find it.
It's going to say he's 5'10" now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was 1.7. So I'm joking. Nah, mine was like, I think it was 185. And then I did the Boots machines, that there's like your body fat and all that. I did one of them the other day, and that was 1.9, but that's with shoes on.
Right.
So I think I'm 185 to 190, around that kind of height.
That's actually a good point. Did you measure shoes on or shoes off him?
Shoes off.
Shoes off. To be fair, I think my thing might have been with shoes on. Interesting.
Looking shaky.
No, I'm just I didn't even consider that. I didn't consider that. That's because it was at work, and I don't think I was backing off my shoes.
At work, yeah.
But surely that must be taken into account.
I don't know.
It can't. It wouldn't do, because obviously it's just how did they do it? Was it the thing that they pull down? Yeah. So you stand there and stand straight, and it's got like a little thing, and they just pull it down to your head. So obviously it's just they bring it to where your head is.
Mad. Maybe we were all 2 inches shorter than we thought we were. But to be fair, I have heard before that people say that everyone overestimates how tall they are, just as a like.
Yeah, it's like someone said they're 6 foot, and everyone said, yeah, that person's 6 foot. And so now everyone's using that person as the measuring stick.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just wrong.
Yeah, he said he's 6 foot, and I'm about 2 inches taller, so I'm 6'2".
Yeah.
And he said, oh, but I'm a little bit shorter than him, so I'm 5'10". And I was like, well, no, he's actually 5'7". So you taller one are 5'9", and yeah. I think it's literally that. I feel like everyone's just always been wrong, and then you kind of just in proportion to other people, you kind of said. Because when I started saying I'm 5'10", 5'11", that wasn't based off of any measurements.
Yeah,
that was literally based off of the people around, like that I did.
Well, yeah, that's my height is based off of your height. Literally, I'm like, I'm just a bit shorter than him, so yeah, whatever he is, minus maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, so I would do my sister. So she always, our entire life, she was always, I'm 5'7", I'm 5'7", I'm 5'7".
Yeah.
So when I got to her height and cleared her, I was like, okay, I'm about 5'8". Then I kept pushing past. I'm like, okay, he must be about 5'9" now. Then our dad has always said he's about 5'10".
Yeah.
So when I passed him, I was like, okay, I must be approaching 5'11". And then I'm quite solidly past him now.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I must quite solidly be in 5'11". So it's always been a kind of estimate, but it could be that like our dad's 5'6".
Sounds like nonsense.
It literally, it sounds like the most ridiculous thing on the planet. Like grown ass man, 5'6". Really?
Oh no!
No, I'm joking. Don't come for me, short kings. I am joking. Apparently, I'm one of you actually, so it's okay.
The other thing to take into account though is your nephew's posture. How's his posture? Because obviously
his posture's not great.
So that comes into account, and like when you're measuring him, because if he's slouching,
because
when they do the doctors, they tell you take a deep breath, and that's when they measure it.
It was like back up against the thing, and like stand
and
up
take
straight,
a deep breath,
head up, all of that stuff.
Because they're like, it gives you an extra few inches, which is what you like,
but it gives you an extra few inches, but it's actually
it's
accurate
also
as well,
your height,
because your highest it's your highest point that you can achieve without like obviously tiptoeing and stuff. So did you like didn't do that for him? Like you know,
no, I was like measuring.
Okay, his posture's horrible. I think he could be slouching down too. I think he doesn't want to be as big as he is. Also,
maybe.
Which, if he wants to try it for the basketball team, he needs to fix it. Yeah.
Well, he'll be hanging around with the tall people, so he's gonna start naturally.
He's already got a friend who said he's. I can't remember actually how tall he is.
But he's really tall.
But he's already got a friend who's planning to join with him.
He's tall.
Yeah. And apparently he's good at basketball. Apparently they were watching the games and they were like, nah, these people who are on the team currently, they're not good. We need to get on there and we need to solve this team.
They're Will and Jazz.
Yeah.
It's like, he doesn't even go here. But yeah, basically that's been my 2 weeks. Maybe swimming will get me a little couple extra height. But now when I have my summer body, people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's overcompensating because he's short."
He's only 5'7", so he's overcompensating.
He had to go out and get a 6-pack because he's only 5'7". Nah.
To be fair, you look talking about sports. Reminds me, I played tennis as well the other day, that was good.
Right, yeah,
That was fun.
I saw Nadal. I was like, I can do this.
Who does he think he is? Yeah, had a bit of a ordeal getting the rackets though. Went to Decathlon to get them, and we found them online. So bought them like to click and collect with it, and it was like within an hour. So they were like £30 online, and for 2 rackets and 2 balls.
Yeah.
Went there, picked them up, and then they gave us junior rackets rather than adult ones.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm going to return it sort of thing. Checked it. I was like, it's an adult one. Let me go around the store and see if I can find the adult ones, and just then be like, oh, you give me the wrong one. Let me take these ones instead.
Yeah.
They were like, no, you have to refund you these ones, and then you have to buy the adult ones back. And I'm like, no, because I bought adult ones, and you've given me junior ones. You give me the wrong ones. Why can't I just take the ones I'm supposed to have? And they're like, no, that's not how it works. You can't do that. You gotta. It's gonna mean our stocks all out of whack and all this kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, you got.
But it's your mistake. You're the one that made the mistake.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But no, because
they're gonna try to charge you more for the adult ones.
That's because in the store the adult ones were £40 and online it was 30. So I was like, I'm not refunding it, and then you're buying them back because then I'm gonna be out of pocket. Because one, I have to then wait however many days for the £30 to come back, and I have to buy £40 rackets, and it's just, it's like that's too much. Like just give me the ones I've bought already. And they're like, no, we're saying the same thing here, but you just have to refund that one and then return that one. And then I'm like, no, because the guy who gave me it should have picked up this one. And they're like, oh, when did you order it? I was like half an hour ago. He's like, oh, I didn't realize. I thought that they delivered it to the store and then you picked it up. I was like, no, the guy picked it up from over there, brought the wrong one, and then give me this one. He's like, oh, okay, fine, then just take that one.
Okay.
It was a lot of like arguing though.
Yeah, that's funny. That actually reminds me. I've been cycling quite a bit as well. Off the bike I got off of him. And I don't know why I texted you this, but I'm going to ask you on the podcast. Why did you get a bike that was so uncomfortable? Did you actually try the bike out before you bought it?
No, I bought the bike online. I went and picked it up from Halfords.
Madman.
And also,
when you cycled with it, did you enjoy it? Did it bring you joy?
Not really, but not for the reasons. Not for the chair. The seat wasn't the issue. It's
the whole thing. Like the whole thing is uncomfortable.
Yes, I agree with you. But I don't. The last 2 bikes I've had have been uncomfortable. They've both been hybrids. The last 2 bikes I've had have been uncomfortable. The reason why I got this bike in the first place is because it was a rated better, more expensive bike than the previous bike I had. But it still felt bad.
So there's things I like about it. Like it's very light. Yeah, which is good. Struggling to think of a number 2. No, but it's very light, which is good. And then also, like the brakes are quite sharp, which is nice. And there's I feel like if I'm like put hours and time into it, I could be probably quite quick on that. But whenever I sit on it, I'm just like, I can't and then I'm like, I don't want to stand up this entire time.
Yeah. Well, the seat didn't feel that bad for me, but obviously I've got a bit more flesh on my bone than you.
Yeah. So I might get one of them gel things, but I also need to get a thing. I was riding the other day, and this guy stopped me. And I was like, your tire's flat. And I was like, I know, fam. He was like an old man. He was like, how do you know? I was like, I saw when I got on the bike that my tire was going down. But I have to get home, innit? Like, he's like, why are you riding it? I have to get home, blood. Do you want me to just leave the bike? And I was like, yeah, I can feel every bump I go over. I can feel it because the tire's flat. And he was like, oh. So I was like, I thank you for telling me, but I do know. Because he literally flagged me down and stopped me. Like, I thought there was something crazy going on.
Yeah.
He's like, your tire's flat. I was like, oh, no, thank you, but I'm aware. He was like, how would you know? Why are you riding it then? I was like, I hate when people do that.
My business.
That's what I'm saying. I hate when people do that. Like try and catch you out in a lie. Like I was just going, yeah, whatever kind of thing. I was like, no, legitimately, yes, you are correct. Thank you for telling me. But I was already aware of this information.
Yeah.
And he was like, wanted to quiz me. And I was like, yeah. But
is it punctured or is it just...
No, because I haven't ridden it in ages.
It shouldn't be punctured because I literally changed it before I gave it to you.
It was punctured when you gave it to me.
I literally changed the tire, the inner tubes, and maybe read it one time before I gave it to you.
That both of them were punctured.
Yeah, no, there's
Don't you remember? Yeah, it was definitely punctured. You knew it was punctured because the first thing I did is I took it from a parent's house and rode
you
it to
took it to
Halfords.
Halfords.
And remember, I was both like, do you think I can ride it like this? And you were like, maybe. And then the entire ride, the wheels would just going lower and lower. So I ended up having to just wheel it to Halfords. Then they replaced the inner tubes.
Well, no, you can ask our parents. I legit replaced the inner tubes on the bike because I was gonna ride it, and I was like, "This is flat. I can't ride this." I went to Halfords, got a whole kit. Like I have the kit still.
Yeah.
Replaced it, or I first tried to patch it, but I couldn't find where the hole was.
Right.
So I replaced them.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if it was something was. Yeah, I don't know if there's something in the bike that's causing them to puncture or something.
So there's no puncture now.
Okay, cool.
So it's been sat in the garage for probably about a year now.
Yeah.
It's not punctured. It's just general deflation when you just leave it sitting. So and I don't have a pump, so I was thinking to go on Saturday to go to the bike store and either just get it fully serviced again because it's been sat around for a little while. Just do a full service, but that's like £70. I don't know. And they'll pump up your tires for you as part of the service and all that sort of stuff. Or whether I just order online and just get a pump and get a gel seat and just rock and roll like that. But yeah, I was just like, after I rode it yesterday, I was like, I'm not touching this again unless I get a more comfortable seat. I was like, I'm not doing this. It's just.
Well, yeah, I mean, I literally changed out the pedals because it came with like strap-ons.
Oh right, okay.
And I had to ride it home like that with the strap.
Yeah, that's very serious. Yeah, very, very serious. Bash your head.
And it's like the small like pedal with like you like lock the bike shoes into it, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, it didn't feel great riding it when I was riding it, which is why I didn't ride it much. but I had it.
Fair enough. Why did you get hybrid though? Sorry, we are going to talk about episode 100. We're getting
we are.
Why did you get hybrid instead of a mountain? Because we rode mountain bikes our entire life.
Yeah, because it feels weird to buy a mountain bike if I'm planning to ride it on the road to go places, like to work.
It works.
I know, but it just, the concept of it felt weird. And
I feel like the mountain bike is the true hybrid because it can do both.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing. It's good for riding off road and like harsher terrains and stuff. It's built for that. But then you put it on road, it's just smooth sailing. That's the only difference. Is just smooth sailing. It doesn't have to. It's like driving a Range Rover. Like
I feel like a mountain bike would have been the better route to go down, especially since I feel like even the hybrid still feels like road bumps and stuff. Like
yes,
it feels bad.
Yeah.
Because roads are just they're not smooth enough.
I was riding on the pavement and it was beating me up.
Yeah,
beating me up.
So I feel like a mountain bike could do you better for that.
I'm not. When I get a helmet, I'll probably ride on the road. But like because I rode to work and stuff, and I had my bag on and all that stuff. I don't really like. I can ride on the road with that, but I don't know. I don't feel as if it was just me. That's one thing. But with like a bag on and all this sort of stuff, I'm not going at any kind of speed. Yeah. Like necessarily. No, I'm not going slowly, but I'm not going at any kind of real speed. And I'm just like, I just don't feel secure.
Did I show you my helmet and you said you didn't want it?
It's too big.
Ah, okay.
Had to get a smaller one.
Cool.
Yeah, your head too big, mate.
It's not too big.
Slap it.
It's bigger than yours.
Slap it. Look at the size of that noggin. Okay, now let's play a song and then let's come back and let's discuss episode 100.
I'm 189 by the way. I found the report.
189, which is
with
what?
no shoes on. So that's 6'2" point something.
He's not that much taller than me.
I know.
So how could I be 5'7"? Like he's not that much taller than me. So yeah, I don't know, unless we just completely misjudge what an inch is. and there's actually like I'm thinking he's 2 inches taller than me and he's like 5'6". Like I don't know.
Nah, the tape measure must have been broken or whatever the hell.
That's unlikely. I think it's probably the posture.
I think it's posture, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the posture thing. Because he stands horribly.
Yeah, we should have measured someone else just to check, but yeah.
Yeah, measure yourself and you would have been 5'10" as well, and then you would have been like, what's going on here? But anyway, yes. Let's play a song and then we are going to come back and discuss episode 100. Let's see. Let's start off with this Wretch 3-2 Daily Duppy. We all three of us really enjoy this. Wretch is like one of the best rappers from the UK of all time, probably. Just crazy with it. So yeah, shout out Wretch 32. This one says Daily Duppy. Take this in and we'll be back on the flip.
The grass is greener where you mow it, but when shit's deep rooted, it stops you growing. Family tree, your leaves are showing. To drink away Sham's pain, we needed mow it. Freeze the rollie when you're trying to seize the moment, let's be honest. The watch light's bright, it keeps you glowing. And every 24, I feel like 2023 too. I see the gas working, they fume when they see the poet. Father, forgive them for forgetting I'm the difference. I drop hit after hit and only got a split decision. I want all of my dues, you can pay them at the first of the month. I miss my turn, I get a turner and I'm turning it up, backing in charge. Forgetting I'm the power, the plug, I'm backing in charge. So now I gotta charge them to run, but how many bars can they see you take off and they wanna clap at the stars? My amigos in the cut, had to learn to handle them scars.
And we are back. Shout out to Wretch 32. Shout out to GRM Daily. That one's the Daily Duppy Wretch 32 edition. Check out the full thing because he's just giving bars and bars and bars and bars and bars, man. One of the best to ever do it, in my opinion. The focus in the media. Right, so for the focus this week, for the in the media this week, for everything this week, it's us. Episode 100 of the 5 Letters podcast.
We are your focus.
We are your focus. We are your in the media. We are your media. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's been a crazy 4 years. Like thinking about it, thinking of where we started, COVID times, bored, like just thinking of something to do.
Yeah.
Like a kind of an excuse to get out of the house a little bit, like that kind of vibe.
It's mad. It's mad. Yeah, I feel like COVID actually doesn't feel like it was a thing. Like now, when you think back to it, when you think back to it, it's like, it doesn't feel like it's a real thing.
It's so far removed from it.
So far removed from it now. Like, people mention it still here and there because like people get sick and like, oh, have you COVID tested? It's like my manager always asks me, have you done the COVID test? I'm like, 5%. I got a headache.
Yeah.
Have you done a COVID test? No. No. And like when people get ill, they're like, oh, I've done a COVID test, but it came out negative. And people, so I'm like, right, this is still a thing. Like, I actually forget.
We're having a little COVID outbreak in our company at the moment.
Yeah,
a small one. So
I think a lot of people are catching it, or like I don't know if they're testing, because I don't know if the tests still work for these new variants or whatever. But I feel like a lot of people are getting.
Yeah, that's a good question. But I know the reason how I know we're having breakouts because I know people who've tested positive but feel okay.
Yeah.
So they're not coming. They're working from home. They're not coming into the office, but they're fine, but they were just in someone is off ill with COVID, so then they tested themselves and they're positive but but they've been told not to come into the office because they don't want to spread it. So it didn't feel real at the time. Like
it did, yeah.
It was like, what are we living through? What is happening?
Just look out and just dead. Like there's no one's around. Just everything's empty.
And like, they're
queuing for stuff 5-6 feet apart.
Oh my god!
I'll never forget like going to Tesco's and seeing the queue like outside,
wrapping around the shop.
Like, no way!
Because you have to queue to go into the shop.
Yeah. I remember, because I used to go to the Hooper building at lunchtime to go and get like food and stuff. Yeah. And I remember like obviously COVID started. I was like, let me just go during my lunch quickly. Got there, I'm like, oh my god, this is not going to be a quick lunchtime like shop.
Yeah. I went to the Hayes Tesco, cycled there, and I just saw the queue, and I was like, let me just go. Like, no, literally, the queue was so bad. So I went from mine to Hayes. The queue was so bad that I was like, I'm going Greenford. So I cycled to the Greenford Tesco, and got in immediately. There was like no queue.
Yeah.
They had like a traffic light system thing.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And I was just like, I bet if I stayed at Hayes, I would still be waiting. Like the time it took me to cycle from Hayes to Greenford.
I waited in the Hayes line one time.
Yeah.
It was bad.
So long.
Just wrapped around the whole building, and you're like, okay, cool. I'm starting here. I can't see the entrance. I don't know.
It's crazy.
I don't know who's coming out. What's happening?
Yeah.
I just gotta wait. Just gotta wait.
People like storing up on toilet paper and pasta and all
yeah.
Like the
shelves are just clear.
Shelves.
People were preparing for the apocalypse.
That was crazy. The amount of shelves that were empty for just toilet paper and like pasta and everything. Rice, everything was just gone. Now you still see eggs are gone, but I think that's because of a shortage rather than actually people just there's a shortage and people go and take everything because of the shortage. But now it's just like. Then for toilet paper, people had that. Do you see the pictures where they had like a throne of toilet tissue? It's like, oh my god, it's crazy.
Yeah, so what we thought we'd do is we thought we'd come in here and discuss some of our favourite moments. And we're going to edit them in as well. So if you haven't heard these clips before, make sure you go check out the full episodes. We'll let you know what episodes that we're referring to as well, if we can, if we remember, if the memory's that good. And yeah, we'll go from there. So who wants to start? Like, Cam, you got something in mind? What is one of your favourite moments from the last 4 years of our existence?
So I'll start, but it's not my favourite moment. I feel like it's a classic moment.
It's a big moment.
It's a big moment, and I'm so far removed from it now that I don't actually care anymore. But what I'm talking about is the conversation on Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And letting your friend and girlfriend role play, having sex, whatever, and me saying, if it's funny, do it, run it. I would let it happen.
Okay.
And
right.
honestly, I still stand by it to this day.
To this day.
To this day.
So this is like an ongoing thing that's been
brought up multiple times.
So like it's literally every 30 episodes or so.
This comes up. So I think the first time, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. I'm trying to.
It's like episode 28 or 29.
Yeah. So So episode. Ooh, episode. Where's episode 29 gone? Now, just looking at our YouTube podcast page, and episode 29 is not there, but it's probably blocked on YouTube for one reason or another. It'll be on every other streaming site, I'm sure. But it's either episode 28 or episode 29 is when we first discuss it.
Yeah.
Because we were doing Reddit. We were talking about a Reddit post where that basically happened to someone, where he was playing Dungeons and Dragons with a group of friends and his girlfriend, and his girlfriend and his friend role played a sex scene, say a night in a hotel together, where they had sex, and he just sat there and let it happen, and he was asking whether he's the arsehole for being upset. And Bez and I, like rational human beings, were like, "You're absolutely not arsehole. That's insane thing to do." And Cam decided to pop out on the ledge. And
I don't think I was commenting on his specific situation, because I also said.
So you say that. I'm going to insert the clip here.
You are.
So the clip is going to be playing right about now.
So basically, my girlfriend tried to roleplay a sex scene in our D&D campaign with a friend. What were you saying?
It's D&D, but it's roleplay. Chill out.
So you'd be cool with that?
It's not real. Yes, I'll be
So,
cool.
alright,
They're
so-
talking words.
No.
Right, so
Shit with a friend though, does that?
with a friend. So
And
imagine.
he must be there. I'm
That's a
assuming he's
threesome
there
then,
as well.
right?
So there's three of them.
Yeah.
So it's him, his girlfriend, and a third party friend.
Yeah.
Who's another man. So, but I met, bro, Cam, you're gonna be sitting there while your girl is like,
Yes.
and I stroke your elven penis.
Roll the dice.
Bro, it's D&D.
I put my finger.
Anything goes. Anything goes.
Wow. Nah.
It's literally roleplay. First of all, it's roleplay. They're not even doing anything. And
They're verbally having sex in front of you. They're not even like doing it in private, respectfully. Christ.
yeah, I know. I think it's fine. I don't see any issue with that. But obviously, if he has an issue with it, he just needs to talk to his girl. Be like, can you not do that,
Can you not
please?
do that? Yeah. Like, okay, what about you, Bez? I feel like you're not on my side. I feel like you can't be doing them things.
I think, I don't know about D&D. I think it's a bit of a weird one. Like, so are they actually having sex, or they're just playing?
They're just talking.
They're role playing.
Yeah, I think that's weird.
So like,
They play D&D, so it's like they do role play in general.
but imagine, all right. So Bez, for your reference, imagine your girlfriend in real life went on Habbo Hotel and was doing how we used to do on Habbo Hotel with me. So with me. So for example, me and your real life girlfriend is on Habbo Hotel, being like, and I bobber your bobber.
I think that's different.
That would be
It's the
so
same thing.
weird.
No, it's not the same because it's not the same because D&D is like it's like telling a story, and a part of that story just happens to be that these two people have a sexual relationship.
And Habbo Hotel is like a
No.
virtual world. As part of that virtual world is that
Having a
me and
relationship.
Bez's girl has a relationship.
I don't think that's the same. I think it's different because like I feel like in an Habbo Hotel it's a different situation. It's more of a like she would be seeking you out. Like you wouldn't like.
No, but we would play Habbo Hotel together because we like back in the day we used to play Habbo Hotel together.
I feel like
just anyone we knew, we would just we'll go to the same rooms. We'd be about to do the same.
Yeah,
thing.
true.
So it might be like I'm in my room,
but no, yeah,
and then them two in my room as well, and then they're just lying in the bed together, bobbering.
That's the issue. That's the issue. The issue is that you're all there in terms of the role play area.
Yeah.
You're all there in the role play area together.
Okay.
She could just be doing that with him. In terms of the story of D&D, there's a story there. So obviously we don't know the wider part of the story, but it could just be that these two characters have a relationship and that's just it.
But you set up the game.
Yeah.
And I doubt from the jump it was me and him will have a relationship.
Probably not.
And the way this guy's answering the question, I feel like it wasn't from the beginning either. So I feel like it's something that's developed over time. And like, I don't know. And the question is, why not do it with me or my character?
Who knows?
But this is why
that's
I feel
why
like
weird.
Like
maybe
weird,
he wasn't a character. Maybe he was the dungeon master.
I don't know. Now we're getting into hypothetical. But
That's what I'm saying. I think that it's all right.
All right, he put a TLDR. Girlfriend and another player flirt with each other in character in our D&D game. They tried to do a sex scene, but I stopped the session. Although she says it was just a joke and just in game, I'm questioning our relationship, wondering how to proceed. Okay, that doesn't give much thing.
Okay, I think if she said it was just a joke, like I could see that being funny, like as just being. I think that'd be jokes. I don't see an issue with it.
And yeah, so we've all had a listen to the clip now.
Yeah, we've all had a listen to the clip. Because I was only talking about me, but I think the question was, I think we dealt with him and we're like, okay, cool, he's fine to have an issue. And I'm like, yes, if you're you're allowed to have an issue. But the question was, would you allow it? And I said, I would allow it if it's funny.
Ain't nothing funny about that, man.
Ain't nothing funny about it.
Ain't nothing funny about that. So that was Cam's position. Obviously, you heard us discussing it. It comes up again, episode 30, when we had T as a guest, which is also one of our one of my all-time favorite episodes, personally, as well.
It was a good one.
It's a good one. First guest on the podcast, episode 30. Man like T Williams. Jay Bevan was in the studio as well. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about T's music and his music career and all of that. And then we got into some more casual chat. And when we were just chatting casually about that came up.
We weren't even meant to talk about it either. That's the funniest thing. It just came up.
And then T's like
reaction.
a rational, he was flabbergasted that he said what you said.
That was a terrible day for me.
T was flabbergasted. Jay Bevan was flabbergasted. He wasn't even on the mic, but he was just in the room, shocked. Like I think it ruined their days as well. You said it was day for you. I think it ruined their day as well. So this is what T had to say about it.
T, question for you. This is a throwback to our last episode. And we kind of want to see your opinion on it. So here's a scenario, weird scenario. But imagine you and your girlfriend was playing Dungeons and Dragons. Do you know what the game is?
I don't know what the game is now.
So it's like a game. It's like this. So like you're talking. It's like a role playing game, but it's like you sit at a table. It's got like a board. You roll dice and stuff. Oh. But you kind of it's like a role play. So you kind of tell a story as the players.
Yeah, you're like you're role playing as characters in this other world, and like you're all there, and there's like one guy who's like kind of controlling the story, the narrator kind of thing. Yeah. So there's scenarios, and then you talk through it, kind of thing. Yeah. So imagine, you, your girlfriend, Junior, Jay Bevan over here, and some other people are playing Dungeons and Dragons together. Now, Junior and your girl start role playing a sex scene. How do you feel?
Nah. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You all just know that. That just doesn't happen, innit? Like, you just ask me, that's a hypothetical situation or whatever it is. It just doesn't happen because we just don't get out of that. It just doesn't happen. Yeah. Like, literally, like I can imagine, like same way round, like vice versa, from the minute that comes into contention, that it's meant to be a role play. By the way, I wouldn't rely on my girl in this scenario. This is based on the the friendship that you have with your boy, innit? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be it Junior, be any other person that I would bring into that kind of scenario. It just doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't. And the same thing goes for me. I would be like, if that, it's like, oh, so now you two are in a sex scene together or whatever. You two are you.
The thing is, it wouldn't even be like that. They would have to actually like do it. So like, for example, the story could be that they need somewhere to sleep for the night, so they walk into a hotel, for example. And from there, it's up to them. So they make the decision.
Oh, they make the decision.
So they'll make the decision.
Start role playing
to
say that they've gone. Oh, so now we've gone to the hotel, and now we're doing this. Now,
so we'll be like, we'll go to the hotel. We'll go to the front desk, and the person's like, "Do we want 2 rooms or 1?" And we get 1 room. We get to our room.
Taking fun now.
Let me say this: like
Wait,
the role play. Yeah. The role play happens. If the role play happens, and I sit there like a mug. And it happens, and it does what it does. It happens, but obviously, I just never talk to those 2 people. like, that's literally as far as it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's as far as it goes. But if those 2 people think it's okay for them to sit there and role play a sex scene of them 2 doing a madness, now this is my girl and my good brethren. If that's what it is, then fucking hell, you don't might as well do your thing. Innit? You don't might as well do your thing because I'm not needed here, innit? I'm not needed here anymore.
Nah, that's so funny because obviously, this is something we were discussing for quite a while last episode.
Hold on, what did you say? I'm thinking about it. I know you 2 are vocal about this. What did you say?
I said, as long as it's played in a situation where it's like kind of a joking thing. I'm just thinking like it's like a whole banterous situation in the whole role playing thing, the whole banterous situation. As long as it doesn't get to a certain point. I'm not saying I'm like, go ahead, do it. I'm not encouraging them to do it, but I'm not too mad about it either. I'm like, after the fact, I'm not going to be like mad at, I don't think I'll be mad at either of them.
Nah. That's the thing I was going to say, there's a line. And even, by the way, that line is different for everybody, isn't it? Like, that line's obviously different for it. That's why I asked, what did you say?
I'm like, as long as it's like a banterous situation, they're not like fully in it, like kind of. And then if they're not like that, and I'm like, I can see some kind of heat between them. If they're they're just talking words out of their mouth, but they're not like.
Why would they need to go to that scene?
They wouldn't need to, but if it did happen, I don't know. Like
that's the thing. Like for me, that's as soon as I'm like, if you sit there and you role play the scene with my man, like. I'm like, nah, there's something has to go on because it was unnecessary. Like the scenario that it was a similar kind of thing where we were reading like some scenarios online and stuff. And the scenario sounded like it was completely, they just took it there because they wanted to take it there. And I'm like, if you 2 like have decided that you want to take our story that we're crafted, I'm in the story as well, man.
He walks in, and he walks out, and it's fine.
But you decided that this is what you wanted to do. Then nah, you're mugging me off. You're having me on. I'm not about it.
What about you, Bezan? What was
I said, nah, I'm staying with you. Like I'm not into it. No, I'm not on it. That'll be weird. It's techie. It's techie.
Right, and we're back. That was a clip from episode 30 of the 5 Letter Podcast discussing the same thing. T agreed with me and Bez, as you heard. Cam not backing down, standing his ground.
The thing for me is that it's just the way that it plays out in my head makes it okay. Like I know the way it's playing out in you guys' head is just different to the way it's playing out in my head. So you're never gonna understand. I don't know if I can explain it. Yeah. It's hard to explain. But I've watched like D&D campaigns like on like YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've seen situations like this play out. And it's funny. And so that's why I'm like, if it's funny, then I'm be fine with
you're
it.
not involved.
There's no emotion in
it. I'm saying it's all 3 of the parties are there. The friend, and then the couple. Mm-hmm. They're all involved in the situation. Mm. And it's funny.
Bruv. And then like 6 months from now, you'll see the YouTube video, we broke up. And the guy's like, I thought it was just all fun and games. I thought it was just D&D campaign. And
also, I'm sure I'll be able to tell whether it's just in the game or if it's real things. Like if I think it's real things, then I'm sure I've said this before. But if I think it's real for a second, then it's no longer funny.
But why? I guess. But it's just why open the door to that potential, like, just madness.
D&D
It's all
is
in-
meant
it's
to
all in the-
be
it's all in the fun of
roleplay. Like, it's meant
D&D.
to be making people think it's real. It's meant to be
No.
like, it's meant to be part of the game, isn't it?
It's all in the fun of D&D. Like if the D&D session's good and it's all good vibes, all banter going, then it's calm. I don't want to bring the vibes down.
I mean, I'm bringing the vibes down.
I'm bringing it back. It's one thing to pretend to be an orc or a dragon or something. Yeah, that's all fun
You know
and
what I'm
games.
saying?
But
Yeah.
then once pretend to be having sex with my missus in a cabin in somewhere, the vibe is coming right down.
Yeah, I don't know. And the thing is, I think it's just a wild thing to even
It's definitely
do.
a crazy thing to do. I'm like, it's a rude thing to do.
Because I'm literally just thinking about it. Like, if us three were playing D&D, and Bez and I, if we had like our partners here, and either one of us, like, started like me to his partner, him to my partner, like I'd be looking at him like, you created like I'd be like,
But
are you serious
I
right
know
now?
this is a game,
Yeah,
but come on.
but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'd be in disbelief. I'd be like, bruv, like what's happening right now? It's just a wild thing to do. So then, funny enough, about I don't know, however many episodes later, was it
30 episodes later? Because I think it was episode 60.
Yeah,
wasn't it the year 52?
Was it 50?
Or not the year, 2 years.
It was 2 years, episode 52 for 2 years. We had Janine the creator, Bad Boy Tattoo Artist, as a guest, and it came up again.
It came up again.
I think it was deliberately brought up.
We
It
brought it
was.
up.
You
We-
every
yeah.
time someone's been in the room, you brought it up. It's terrible
just to get
for me.
other people's opinions.
Terrible for me, man.
And
There's not a single person that I know would agree with me.
because you're a madman, you're a lunatic. But let's hear what Janine the creator had to say about this. Taken from episode 52 of the 5 Letters podcast.
Would you cheat if your girl cheated back, or if your girl cheated on you, would you cheat back or would you leave?
I would just leave. I ain't got time for that. That's too long.
Unless
to be
it's a
dealing
joke.
with. Huh?
I said unless it's a joke.
Shut up, man.
What do you mean? What does this mean? Unless it's a joke.
He's like, all right, as long as it's for the banter.
That's never for the banter. That's real, man. What's wrong with you?
Can you guys explain this to me, please?
I was literally when I was at home, I was hoping this didn't come up. I didn't want to have to explain myself again.
Well, for me and the listeners, as we're not aware of this inside
The
joke.
listeners, if they've been listening since last year, they should be aware too.
This is like a running joke on this podcast. Bez is over there dying.
You cheat for
right,
bands?
No.
So, all right. So, do you want to explain
No,
it?
you go ahead.
Are you sure? I'm gonna butcher you. I will let you explain it.
Go
Okay,
on.
I'll explain it. So basically, it was like last year we were doing a segment where we were looking at posts on Reddit, I think it was.
Yeah.
And some guy was talking about how his friend and his girlfriend, they were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So they were role playing this scene. His friend and his girlfriend were role playing this scene of them. I don't know if they were having sex or they were being flirty or
Oh
whatever.
my
So
God.
the role play, because I remember they were booking a hotel room to go beat. So
Yeah.
What? And pretending it's role play.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're just like talking about it, but it's obviously within the game, the Dungeons and Dragons game, so it's not like a serious thing. And then they posed the question, we all answered whether we would be okay with that, and I said I'd be okay with it in a situation where it's just
Banter.
jokes. If we're all having a good time, we're all laughing.
But where does the joke end?
The joke ends when the game ends. If the
Oh,
joke
okay.
doesn't end when the game ends, then it's a problem.
Oh, so
But if it's
okay.
within the game and we're all laughing, we're all having a good time, then I'm like,
But
yeah.
they're in the hotel room
With-
alone together.
this is what I'm saying. With the
No, I think they're not really in a hotel room. So you know how Dungeons and Dragons works, where they're on the board game and then they
Yes.
roll the dice and be like, "Oh, you book a hotel room."
Oh, yeah.
So it's like us before sitting in the room right now and playing a game like that. So they're not actually going to a hotel.
I thought
Yeah.
they were really going to the hotel
nah, so they're not
room.
really going to the hotel room,
Oh.
but they're like
On the game, they had to go to the hotel.
So in the
there
game,
was
but
a
because of
joke.
the way the game is, and that you're talking through stuff or whatever. So it'll be like, oh, I walk up to the hotel desk and I look at like so and so, I give him a wink.
Oh
I'd be
my
like,
gosh.
oh yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun
See,
tonight. like,
from the female point of view, the game would not go past the wink at the. As soon as your boyfriend lands it, bitch, you better roll again and skip. That's my boyfriend.
But that's
Thank you.
my
this is what we were all saying. We were like, absolutely not, game or no game. Like,
Yeah.
be respectful of what's going on
Yes.
right now.
in my head, I can see it being a funny situation because it is just them talking about it. It's not Like
That shows a lot of security, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like,
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. But yeah,
I'm trying to
absolutely.
break it down to make it sense.
I
Like,
flip the whole board. Game over. Friendship over.
because it's not. I'm just saying if it's not serious. There's no. If it becomes a thing where it starts popping up outside of the game and then it starts to seem serious.
Okay.
Then I'm like, nah, this needs to shut down right now.
All right. So if your friend and your girl beat just to beat, it's not serious.
It is serious. Though, really. That can't be not
banter's
serious.
over
There is
at
no
that
not
point.
serious in that situation.
No,
And
they just they had an itch that they needed.
The thing that
my
makes it, the
gosh.
thing that makes it okay is that I'm there to be in on the joke as well. if I'm not there, then there's a bigger issue also.
So you want to watch?
You lot are just turning this into something else.
You want to be in the room where it happens?
This is what it's sounding like to me, who's brand new to this as well. Fresh pair of eyes.
Like, I don't know.
You sound very secure, basically. Like,
Yeah,
you could
like,
take a joke. You
I
wouldn't
think
be
I think it could be funny. I think if it's not funny, then I'm not about it. If it's funny, I'm happy to be there.
Okay,
and have a
so
good laugh with it.
if they're role playing, right, and you're doing just to take it back and be serious again for a 2nd, if they're actually playing the Dungeons and Dragons and they're role playing and whatnot, and they're doing this whole thing, but it's not funny. They're not finding it funny. You're not finding it funny. No one around the table is laughing.
If they're not doing it for laughs, then I'm not about it.
Okay.
So if they're doing it to try and make me laugh, like they're like, haha, look at this, look what we're doing, then I'm like, cool.
What
it's
kind of
for
game
bands.
is this?
I'd watch out for them kind of friends.
I know, right?
I'd watch out for that friend.
I would watch out for that
And that
friend
girl as
too.
well. I'm like, no.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I don't know. I think obviously it depends on the situation. If it's something that I could see where it's like it could be a problem because of I know my friend and I know my girlfriend, it could be a problem. Then I'm like, nah. But if it's like this is like just the relationship that we have, it is a fairly secure relationship.
Yeah.
And I know my friend's not going to try and beat my girl. Like, that's not going to happen. Then I'll be
You
okay
never
with
know
it.
in this life.
Like,
Like
if-
you kind of know to some degree, but you never know. And they'll some people think we could get away with it, if you know what I mean. They're like, oh, we're doing the game and he's not minding. Maybe we can. You know what I mean? Like baby stepping you into it. But I love your security. I wish I
And
was
honestly,
that secure.
I probably would do the role play. Sorry,
Everyone was very concerned. Like you should have seen. Like I wish. This is one of the moments where I wish we had cameras in here because Janine's face, Bez's face, my face. We were all like, hold on a minute. What is this guy about to say?
You said about the cuck thing. I probably would role play that in the game because
Okay.
that would be funny.
Okay. Moving on.
Of course, it would be funny. I would
Moving
never do
on.
it. Not in real life ever. Not in real life ever. But in the game, it would be funny.
So like the game. Okay, so the game's playing. They've gone to the hotel. Wink, wink. They've walked into the hotel room. They're
Oh my god.
getting close. Roll. Knock, knock. Cam's at the door. Cam walks in. Cam takes a seat. Roll
Don't
the
mind
dice.
me.
Yeah, don't mind.
How much
continue.
more this rolls, guys? How much more?
Please.
Honestly,
please,
that sounds
carry
hilarious.
on.
That sounds hilarious to me. I'm not lying. Like,
Cam
on the real, that
slides
sounds funny
behind
to
the
me.
curtains. Cam unzips trousers.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, no more rolls, please.
Nah. I'm like game done. I'm
But
sorry.
yeah, my point was I wouldn't cheat on a sweet innocent boyfriend. I would just cheat on the cheating boyfriend until I get bored and leave.
And we are back. So that's what Janine had to say. Of course, disagreeing with Cam once again. We got the woman's perspective now.
Yeah.
Also thinks it's madness, which makes sense to me.
I mean, I agree.
And episode 52 was a good episode as well. It starts off with a banger as soon as we introduce her. Janine
Comes in hot.
just comes in hot with the jokes. Which let me just put that here. So yeah, this is how episode 52 starts, just for reference.
Okay. So when you say clients, let's actually
yeah.
introduce you. Yeah. What clients do you have?
I'm a
What-
prostitute. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Whoa.
And we are back. Yeah, so that was a funny way to start off the episode. I was not expecting her to say that.
No.
No, I don't think anyone was.
Yeah, we were like, whoa.
whoa. Like I was literally like being like I was proper being in my professional. I'm gonna do this, conduct this interview with professionalism and dignity and respect because obviously it's your sister, babe. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be like on my best behavior. And she set the tone. It was a funny episode, like all told.
Yeah, she's like, I've seen podcasts before. This is what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, and that episode we got into like a lot. We talked about like relationships.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot. Like, so that was definitely a good episode. But yeah, capped off with her disagreeing with Cap. And then I think there was one more time where it came up. We're not going to be able to find a clip of this because
I feel like it came up more than one more time. But yeah, there's one more definitive time that it came up that we know for sure.
So shout out Elliot, man like Elliot. He a friend of ours, friend of the show. The only person that's got a 5-letter podcast t-shirt that's not been an official guest. He came on the show and he was here while we were recording. So he was in the room and he's been looking to bump into Cam. he heard the original episode where it was discussed. And for a year and a half, almost 2 years, he was like, "Yells, I need to see your brother, man. I need to ask him what he's thinking." So he happened to be here when we were recording, and he asked Cam live on the episode, like, explain the reasoning, because I need to understand. So we went through it again, just hilarious again. Not sure what episode that is, if I'm honest. We've tried to find it, can't find it, but it's one of the episodes. I think it's going to be like, maybe like a 70 or 60s or 70s, probably.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, we couldn't find it. But yeah, I think that's probably the most consistent callback that we've had.
Yeah, 100%.
Like in terms of like throughout these whole 4 years, that's been the most consistent joke, like long running thing. And
just terrible.
It's hilarious. It's
terrible.
I mean, you could have backed down at any point. You're the one that decided to. You're like, nah, I ain't standing down. Which
Why
is
would I?
To your credit, fair enough.
Gotta believe in what you believe in.
Stand on your beliefs. I hear it. So yeah, Bez, talk to me. What else have we got going on? What?
So for me, I think. I made a bit of notes. What was it? I remember there was the Cupcake episode we spoke about. So we played her album at the time.
Yeah, she dropped a new one.
She dropped a new one at the time, and we had to go and listen to it. And I think that was the first time we didn't play any American or any English people on the podcast.
I think we did still, but I think like we played her music. Like
no, that's what I mean. So like obviously. We've always played English people only, whereas that's the first time we actually played American music on the podcast.
Right,
that was the first time, and yeah, obviously Cupcake, art is close to our hearts.
But like the thing is, she's close to our hearts for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
like so. We discovered Cupcake, and we would have said this on this episode as well, which is episode.
I think it's
episode 18.
Yeah,
episode 18. We discovered Cupcake because we were going to Lovebox Festival, and we found the official Lovebox Festival playlist for that year, where it was like 2018 or something. Put it on shuffle, and a Cupcake song came on, and we were like, "What the absolute hell is this? This is crazy." So from there, we were like, okay, we need to see her. We listened to more of her music. And her topics were very sexual and very outrageous and outlandish descriptions of sexual exploits. And we were like, this is ridiculous. When is she performing? I need to see this live and to see what happens. Like, just to see what, like, I wanted to see what, like, the performance looks like. Like, we were seeing people sending tweets, like, oh, Cupcake plays with her pussy live on stage and all of this sort of stuff. And it was just
excuse me?
And it was like, excuse me, what? I'm going to be there front row. Nah, joking. But we wanted to just see.
We wanted to see what was going on.
Yeah,
and her music sounded good as well. Like, it wasn't just like, it was just crazy. It was crazy, but it was like, it sounds decent, like, but it's crazy.
So, for example, there's so many people who rap like her now. Like, in 2017, 2018 times, it wasn't quite as prevalent. It was like, Cardi B was just kind of coming through them times. But even like Bodak Yellow wasn't fully like my pussy. No. It was like, you little bitch, you can't, like, it was still kind of hard kind of stuff.
Things like WAP and all that hadn't happened.
Hadn't happened yet. No, WAP was 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
And that caused a big stir.
Yeah.
And I was like, Cupcake is way worse than this. Like, but then since WAP, it's gone. There's been more. You got your Sexy Reds and whatnot. So Cupcake was doing that kind of rap, but she was doing it, for me, she was doing it well. She sounded good. Like Sexy Red, I don't like Sexy Red. But it's not the content. It's just, I don't think she's a good rapper.
Yeah.
Like, whereas Cupcake, I think she's a good rapper who raps about crazy content.
Yeah.
So we went through the album, episode 18. We played like some songs. We wrote down the bars and that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm looking at the cover like, yo, I might need to give that album another listen. Like, that was a good album.
Yeah, I think the episode was good just because, like, I enjoy Cupcake and it's actually breaking down the music and not just for the content of it. It was just good stuff, and you get to listen to it and show the world Cupcake, the English people, because as an American person playing on the podcast, I thought that was good, and there was some gems in there.
Yeah, her track entitled Moonwalk was like one
that was a banger. Yeah,
I remember it being hard. So yeah, shout out Cupcake. So yeah, let's play a little clip from that episode discussing some of Cupcake's music.
She's not. Well, I mean, you don't see. You don't see what we're talking about. Right. So yeah, we wanted to talk about this song Moonwalk, because this is kind of what we know Cupcake for. Like this kind of content.
Deep throat and was that a song?
Hey, you're spoiling it. You're spoiling it.
That's what I have a song name. Remember?
It is, but you're spoiling what the content of the song is going to be. But but yeah, she's got a song called Squidward's Nose as well. She's got her discography is interesting, I'll say the least. But yeah, let's get into her tune Moonwalk. We're gonna stop it.
React. We're gonna react.
I guess you could call it like a little bit of a reaction, and we're gonna just talk about some of these lyrics because they're amazing, man. Right, so Moonwalk, let's go, man. Talk to them, Cupcake. That sample's kind of smooth though. Like,
yeah, I like it. I like it.
You can already hear it's mad.
But you can let that dick moonwalk up in my mouth. I throw the pussy in his face.
You can let the dick moonwalk up in my mouth. Just as a concept, that's wild. Like already, but
she's on one.
Turn his face to J. Cole. I wanna see no features. If the pubic hair's long, I suck his dick with some tweezers. Snatch your soul out of nigga like you cleaning some sneakers. I need child support for the kids in my throat. Been beating them.
She's wilding with that statement, man. Jesus.
She's what?
I said she's wilding. She's straight wilding.
Straight wilding. I need
child supports for the kids in my throat.
It's baffling. Absolutely insane. It's so mad. But
oh my god.
I mean, she raises a valid point, to be honest.
Really? Imagine a girl calls you, they're like, I need child support for what?
For the kids in my
throat, man. Come on.
Hey, I swallowed your kids, man. You need to pay what you owe. Oh man, that's jokes. That's too much. But yeah, let's bring that back a bit.
Soul out of nigga like you cleaning some sneakers. I need child support for the kids in my throat. Been feeding them food and I'm damn near broke. When they think disappear, look like it a low. Go is the words I spoke.
Nah, she needs to be stopped.
Cocaine to go.
Hey. Nah, she's out here doing us a service, man. Nah, we need
doing a service.
We need. Nah, we need music like this. We need music like this.
Do we?
Imagine June 25th happens, clubs reopen, we're hearing this kind of stuff.
Yo,
how wild would the clubs be with this?
I don't know what's gonna be going on.
I don't know what kind of club we'd be in to be hearing this.
Oh my god!
Woof! Hey, it'll be on top. It'll definitely be.
Man, they're roasting, and you're gonna put stuff like it. Oh, God.
Everyone's roasting.
Everyone's roasting.
That's a different kind of uncomfortable situation to the drill raves.
Now you gotta
get involved.
Yeah. I feel like there's only two options. Like the raves are either gonna be mad violent or mad horny. Like, that's it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's it.
That's very true.
Nah, like DJs, they can't play any they can't play any violent music, and they can't play any like
too
tunes
horny
like this,
music
like that.
because
Yeah, because it'd be mad. They just need to play all of the songs that are just about partying.
Yeah.
Like, they just need to do that. Like, them ones, they're just about, like.
so what we get drunk.
Yeah.
So what we smoke weed.
Exactly. And like play the soca rhythms, you know. Last night I drink the rum and I fall in like them ones. Like, yeah. But yeah, come with it, cupcake.
Look like it a low. Go, 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 go. It's the words I spoke. He said, let's go to sip and paint, catch a vibe, you know. I said, it's COVID-19, motherfucker, they close, but I can sip on your ticket.
Nah, she's
cold. She's cold.
She's making a good point.
COVID-19.
Nah, so the guy said, hold on. In fact, let me let her finish her bar.
Sip and paint, catch a vibe, you know. I said, it's COVID-19, motherfucker, they close, but I can sip on your chicken. You can paint my face. I'll get that dick a fresh chip and make it come all day. I sit on your face.
Maybe you shouldn't let her finish that bar. 'Cause it sounded like very much of a valid point.
That was a very valid point. He said, let's go to sip and paint. And she said, nah, it's COVID-19. What are you talking about? Everywhere's closed. But I can sip on your... And you can paint my... Oh my god! Hey, do you know what? If a girl said that to me, I'd be like, "You make an excellent point."
Time and place. Let's go. Let's go. Where are we going? Time and place.
Like, point conceded. You know.
Well, if you say so. Yeah.
If you say so.
If you insist, you know.
If you insist. I guess that could be arranged.
No.
But her flow is sick though. The way she's like on the beat dropping and she's cold.
She's sliding over the beat. She's tidy. She's tidy with it.
Mm.
You know, I said it's COVID-19, motherfucker, they close, but I can sip on your chicken. You can paint my face. I'll get that dick a fresh chip and make it come all day. I sit on your face and sit on your friends. Who cares? On both of y'all shit, I'm playing musical chairs.
Nah, Bez is actually dying.
Oh, she's wild. She's so wild. It's actually crazy. I can sit on your friend. I can sit on your face or your friends. I don't care. I'm playing musical chairs. Like, really? Oh my god, she is something. She is something.
Hey man, she's freeing it up. She's freeing up the realness. She's just saying how she feels. She's saying how she feels, man.
Make it come all day. I sit on your face and sit on your friends. Who cares? On both of y'all shit, I'm playing musical chairs. And then I'm playing hide and seek. He said, where you at? I like the balls in my court, so I suck it from the back. Come on. Billy Jean. Better know what I'm about. 'Cause I make them.
What do you think Michael Jackson would say if he heard this?
Bro.
Oh my god! Nah, she should have done like some MJ ad-libs, man. Just like, Shimon. Ah, no, that would have killed me. That actually would have killed me. But yeah.
Still wouldn't let him sleep on my couch. I said, baby, I know you don't walk at all, but you can let that dick moonwalk up in my mouth. He gonna give me everything I need. Yeah, I keep a trick and talking up my sleeve. If he can't pay, I just replace his D. I stay with two different niggas like I'm Angela Yee. Okay, my mouth a talk show, come shoot it up like a jungle. These ain't no dry walls, you can hang up a poster. Booty hole worth Gail, pussy hole worth Oprah. When he call it, say IKEA, use his face as a sofa. Come and eat this box.
Nah, I'm just stank facing right now. She's going in.
More than a mumble rapper. I'm rubbing this clit till this shit just fire. Yeah, stay up on the pussy like I'm holding my bladder. Giving 30 Diana with the MJ lines. I throw it back on that dick. That's remember the times. Then let you bust on my face so my skin get clearer. I hope it wasn't for to see that man in the mirror.
Come on. Yeah. Now I'm like headbanging, man. I'm head bopping up in here, man. She's going hard. Like, did you catch the little MJ lad? She was like talking about Dirty Diana and that. Like, come on.
And the man in the mirror.
Yeah. Nah. This is the thing. No, this is the thing that I like about Cupcake anyway. Like, obviously, like, we're laughing, we're joking, we're having a good time or whatever. But like, she's actually she's pretty talented.
She's
like,
very talented. Her bars actually like very good, very well delivered. Like.
Yeah. Like you can tell
sense.
that she actually sits down and she crafts these bars. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, there are other people out there that like will try and make this type of content, and you can just tell that they're just saying like anything, whatever.
It
but
doesn't
like,
flow well at all, and it's just
yeah. But she's like actually like delivering bars in
some
a way.
Good wordplay in there.
Some good wordplay,
Yeah.
like, and she's got like a concept. Like, this is that the tune's called Moonwalk. She's making Michael Jackson references, saying Billy Jean, like all of this stuff, like. yeah, it's a well crafted song. The content is absolutely wild, like absolutely beyond like sexual. But like, man, we're all adults here, right?
Yeah, I think it's a great song, to be honest. I've listened to it like 5 times today.
And yeah, we're back. That was a clip from episode number 18 entitled Cupcake the Goat. Because, yeah, she might be the GOAT for real. Like, I don't know, Kendrick Lamar, Nas, Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, like all of these people.
They don't want it with Cupcake.
They don't want it with Cupcake. Nah, for real. Right then. So for me, I think one of my favorite moments, and this will always be just a personal favorite, because even though episode 1 was the episode 1 where we started, I feel like episode 2 is when we came alive.
Yeah.
Episode 2 was crazy. We were in there, we were drinking, we were vibing, we were playing music, and we were just. That was where I feel like episode 1 we weren't comfortable. I feel like it was good, but I feel like episode 2 is when we properly became comfortable behind the mics, being able to talk, communicate our ideas, whatever, be free flowing, being funny, like all of this sort of stuff. That was from episode 2, our Halloween special. We talked about so much. We talked about the Gets controversy, which I completely forgot about.
What happened with Gets again?
What was it? I looked up earlier as well. He did also something. It wasn't anything like ridiculously crazy. And it was some social media thing. He said something that he probably was a little bit naughty. I can't remember what it was. But if you listen to episode 2, our Halloween special, you'll find out exactly what it was. And then Kim Kardashian, when she was like, nobody wants to work anymore. Do you remember that? Like,
yeah.
The problem with this generation, nobody wants to work. I was like, Kim, what are you talking about?
Kim, read the room.
Yeah, exactly. It was like COVID times, literally.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, oh, nobody wants to work anymore. And this was peak Marcus Rashford versus the government times as well. So we spoke about that. Rashford wants to feed the kids, and everyone's like, you're playing shocking for United. Focus on your football. Like, no.
Like we were, I remember. I got very drunk that episode as well. Like we were drunk. We were gone.
We were drinking, man.
Fact, we used to drink every episode, but we were drowning our sorrows, man. This was COVID times, people. Like we didn't know what was happening in the world. So that would definitely be. That's just a moment for me. The whole episode's a moment because that was like where we fully, like the 5 Letters podcast was officially born. Yeah. But like, after episode 1, it was like, yeah, it was good, it was fun. But after episode 2, it was like, yeah, we cooked.
Yeah. And that was a long one because we was. I think what did we say when we started? We were like, we're going to do every episode hour, maybe hour and a half. Like, and I think the first episode hour and a half, and that episode was like 3 hours.
The first episode was an hour and 6 minutes.
Okay.
The second episode is 2 hours and 40 minutes.
We threw the book out straight out the window. We said no rules to set.
No rules, yeah. Because obviously we're booking Pirate them times as well, so we had 2 hour session.
I'm sure we had to.
Like, we had to do Ascension. Yeah.
And then they locked off the mics at one point as well, I think.
Yeah, and we had to because they give
you a 20-minute like overlap or something. We're like, extend it,
come back on, keep recording. Like, yeah. Good times. Right, okay, I'm just scrolling back through our history. Like, there's so much on here. Like Cam talking about bring the AI and the Skynet, and then the fact that AI, like when we were talking about AI the first time, it wasn't really a thing. Like in terms of like public, public.
It wasn't ways now. It's just freely used by everyone and stuff. Crazy. Skynet's on the way, Cam. Don't worry.
Yeah, soon.
I think what's funny is like some of the takes we had, like, and the things that, like, so for example, we took Afro Nation, and like, because obviously in I think 2020 was meant to happen, and they got pushed back because of COVID. Yeah. And then 2021 one got pushed back as well because of COVID, and then we were speaking about it because they said no refunds, no this, no that.
People at the time were on Twitter being like, "Smade, run me my money, give me my money back." So we were talking about it. Yeah,
we spoke about it, and then I remember saying something like, "Oh yeah, I would love to go, but I just don't feel like I ever would because it just feels dodgy." Yeah, and then. Fast forward 2-3 years.
Had a great time.
Like, we'll go again next year for sure.
literally. Even going, I was a bit like, I remember all this nonsense that happened. Like, apprehensive.
Fire festival, here we go. Like.
Yeah. What's this gonna be like? All of this sort of stuff. And then come back and like, yo, this might be a uni thing.
Literally.
Quick trip down to Portugal, Afro Nation again. Because even like some of the people that we met out there and that spoke to, like they had been going like they'd been a couple times and stuff.
Yeah, the guy who patterned our whole weekend.
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, last year there was a boat.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you were here last year, yeah? Yeah, it's great. So yeah, now we know, like, and the hotel we stayed in was nice.
Yeah, hotel was nice and had the boat right by it. Like it was great. But yeah, it's just funny that because how we like, oh yeah, Smade, man, get that money back. You're a scam artist, all this, and then it's like, we Smade. When's the next one? When's the next one?
Hey, yo, I'm going Afro Nation Detroit.
Yeah,
like,
go see Lil Weezy.
Oh man, yeah, no, that's true. Like we've had some takes. I think that's the thing when you talk about things, like. You're always going to say stuff that's right and you're always going to say stuff that's wrong.
Yeah.
You're always going to change your mind, change your opinions and stuff. Like, it's always going to happen. Even when, like, we first started and I was like, nah, on Twitter, you need to be, like, arguing with people.
Yeah, I remember that,
and I switched up on that.
You
like,
switched up on that like a couple episodes later, innit? Like, I thought about it. Maybe you should just log off.
yeah, just log off. Go touch grass. Like, maybe that's the best way. But even, like, thinking about, like, the politics of what we lived through. Like, so when we started, it was Boris Johnson and everything.
Yeah.
And it was fully like stay at home, go to work, don't go to work, like that time frame. Then
nonsense.
that nonsense. Then we went through like the kind of COVID kind of starting to pull back, and then it started to be in all the scandals with like the parties and stuff like that.
Eat out to help out, all that kind of stuff.
Eat out to help out, all that sort of stuff happened. Boris got turfed. Then we got Liz Truss and all of that, her nonsense.
And I predicted the Liz.
Oh yeah, you did. You predicted it from early. Like he said he was going to be her.
Yeah, he said Liz. Yeah,
and I was like, no way.
They were like, he's going to be Liz.
Bro, I had
like,
completely forgotten
Liz?
about her until the election that just happened. I'd completely forgotten about her, and I only remembered because I saw the Munya like did a little video.
Yeah.
And she was in it. I was like, who is this Liz Truss? I was like, oh yeah, Liz
Former
Truss.
Prime Minister Liz Truss.
she was, well, the cabbage lasted longer than she did.
It's crazy. But yeah, then to Liz Truss, then to obviously Rishi, and now we're at Keir. Like literally, we've been recording a podcast. We've had 2 monarchs and 4 prime ministers.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like the monarch is like once in a lifetime for us.
Yeah.
And we've been recording
through 2.
I'm sure there'll be another one because Charles is
on the ropes.
On the ropes.
On the low. Yeah.
Maybe they've developed their tech better so he can last long.
He'd be a cyborg.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like they got Liz as far as they could, but now they've developed.
I mean, they kept Phil around, and he was dead. He was dead.
He was
dead. He was dead
yeah.
for 10 years, but they kept him around.
Oh yeah, Cam had the clip for that, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's been dead.
Yeah. That was funny.
And then obviously, like having change in government, that's meant to be every 4 years? Like
if it happens,
the election, if it happens properly, every 4 years.
If it happens properly, so it'd be 4 or 5.
4 or 5 years. So and I mean, we've seen what in our lifetime 3 prime ministers before this.
So in our life, I mean, technically, me and you were born during Major.
Okay, I didn't count him because I don't remember him.
Because we won't remember him. Then 97 was Blair. Blair up to about 07, 08. Then we had Gordon Brown.
Yeah.
Then after Gordon Brown was Cameron, Theresa May.
Oh yeah, Theresa May. Yeah.
Boris.
That's
so
5.
So what? Blair, Brown, Cameron, May, Boris. So yeah, 5 up to there, and then the last 4 years.
Yeah.
How long was Brown then for? Because I don't remember.
Brown was
like 4. It was like one term. Yeah, 4 years.
No, Brown wasn't in.
Was it? Cameron took over, didn't he? Yeah.
So it was at the end of Blair's term.
Yeah.
He resigned, and Brown took over to end Blair's term.
Oh, because he was until
Oh.
He must have been for like a year then or something. Because he was there in 2008. I feel like.
I think it was literally a year. I think it was literally a year. Then Cameron won.
Oh, okay.
Because I've literally never heard that name before. Like literally, maybe this year or last year.
Yeah.
I'd never heard the name
Gordon Brown.
I remember him. Yeah.
He lost because he called the woman a bigot. So that was part of it. Like, but she was being a bigot. Like that's the worst part. Like I remember that. It was like, oh, he's too rude. He shouldn't be talking to members of the public like that. And then like. When I watched the clip, I was like, no, my mum was entirely right. She was being an arsehole. Like, so it was funny. But yeah.
So five prime ministers within the space of, I guess if you include John Major. Is John Major?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, within the space of from our birth, 94 to 2000, 26 years, 6, 4 years, 4.
Literally.
Crazy.
So, because the Conservatives been playing hot potato with it.
Literally, yeah.
So, it's been that. But them's the breaks, as Boris said. when he
Them's
was
the
losing.
breaks.
Them's the breaks.
As he famously said. You know what else he also famously said? You supine protoplasmic hematogenetic.
Madman.
Imagine him on the schoolyard.
Bro.
With that one.
Nah, can you imagine? Like, your mum's so fat. Yeah. Your mum's so old that, she was in school with Jesus or something. And he's like, well, yeah. Your mum's a supine invertebrate. Protoplasmic jelly. Oh my God. Crazy. But also, like, even America, we lived through the Capitol, storming on the Capitol. Like,
Bro, so many things that
George
just
Floyd, kind of like
real.
they got the tail end of that.
Yeah.
Like, we started after that happened, but we got like the tail end of that into like some of all the other stuff that was happening.
The whole war stuff, like obviously that's not America, but like they're kind of like all the wars in Ukraine.
Ukraine and Russia,
and
yeah. Yeah. Like it's been
4 years. Like
been 4 years.
The fuel shortage that came after the war.
Oh my God! Don't remind me about that one. That
It's
was
been a
peak.
crazy, eventful 4 years, man. Like, just bare things.
Yeah,
I still can't believe episode 51, Quiet Week. That's
when Liz died, wasn't it?
That's the episode of Liz died. Like, Quiet Week, not much happened.
I swear, Bear happened that week as well. It was like Liz died, something else happened.
Yeah, Chris Capo, an unarmed black man, was murdered by police that week as well.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, man. I can't believe how much happens in 4 years. Like because when you think about if you think about 4 years in blocks, does that much happen in any other 4 year block?
Not in our lifetime.
No.
Yeah.
Not in
Which
our
is
lifetime.
so crazy.
It's so mad.
crazy.
Although, like, all right, let's think about it, right?
Like, COVID is a once in a lifetime thing by
Yeah.
itself.
For sure.
And that's what I mean,
And then
like
there's a
that
bunch of other
level.
things.
Yeah.
Let's see.
COVID.
So
free.
Brexit was the 4 years before. Was 2016.
Yeah, but that was like on its own, I guess.
Well,
There
we
was
had
Brexit.
so
and
we
then
had
the new election,
Brexit, then we
Boris
had
came in.
Theresa May.
Theresa May, sorry, yeah.
So you guys are misogynists and sexist, all right? He forgot Liz Truss, right? He forgot she existed, and you keep forgetting Theresa May existed. Theresa May was prime minister for time, you know.
I don't rate
She was prime minister for like a good minute.
I don't rate Boris either, but he's memorable for COVID reasons.
Yeah.
Theresa May was just the one frolicking. Out here frolicking.
Frolicking through fields of wheat. That was funny. That because the question was, what's the craziest thing you've ever done? She's like, oh, when I was a youth, I used to frolic through fields of wheat. And it's like, what? But yeah, no, 2016, we had Brexit, we had, Jeremy Corbyn, but that doesn't feel like, that was a moment in time, I think, like his whole popularity and everything, like up to like 2019 and stuff. But I don't feel like, it's not quite on par with
What's happened in the last 4?
Yeah, COVID and America's trying to do like insurrections and Russia-Ukraine war, Israel-Palestine stuff. Like it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Like
even like the advancements in things like AI and all that kind of stuff still happened in the last 4 years as well. It's just like
Winter World Cup. Like even stuff like that.
That's
like
never happened before. Well, I
Never.
don't think that's happened before.
No.
Like I can't remember it happened before.
No.
England almost bringing it home twice. 2 finals.
Yeah.
In the Euros. That hasn't happened before. Like since '66 when it actually happened.
Yeah.
And then I don't think they've been to finals since then.
Nope. No. It's been it's been a lot that's happened. It's
It is a glitch in the Matrix, man.
There is
Drake being washed.
Drake being
rinsed.
washed. Yeah.
Like
again, that's something you wouldn't think would happen.
Nah. The 4 years prior, he was the man.
He was the man. Anything he
Summer
touched
16.
was gold. Yeah. Back, got this great going back to back.
Yeah.
Like killing Meek Mill. Like, yeah.
man.
Even when he took the L from Pusha, he was like,
It was nothing.
straight back on. Like,
It was
yeah,
nothing.
I've got a kid. thanks for helping me announce it. I wasn't hiding the world, my son from the world. I was hiding the world from my son, whatever it was. Like,
yeah. Oh man, do you know what? I forgot that even happened. Ice cream so good.
Yeah.
Ice cream so good.
NPCs.
Fast food glizzy.
Oh my god. That period of time was
horrible.
Just terrible.
Do people still do it?
I have no idea.
I think they must.
They must do. I feel like I've seen the Spider-Man Miles. Have you seen that guy? Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah.
I think he does it still. But he's that's his whole character. Is that he's Miles Morales and he does the voice and all that kind of stuff, and he still does it. Yeah, like wow, really enjoyed the glizzies. Oh wow, really appreciate that. Yeah, and he does all these Spider-Man things.
Yeah. Thanks for glizzies.
The brain rot's crazy.
Yeah. That's one thing that's happened in the last 4 years for sure. Like I don't think we were talking about TikTok when we started, like in terms of like
was Vine was probably still a thing back them days. Like, it wasn't still popular. Like, it wasn't popular, but it was still a thing, wasn't it? I think
I don't think it was still a thing.
Not when we started the podcast.
Not in 2020.
Vine died in like 2017.
TikTok was a thing in 2020.
I don't remember
but
TikTok
I don't
being
think
about them
but
days.
we weren't on it yet. I think it was still kind of in its dancing app kind of phase. We weren't like paying attention to it yet.
Oh damn, yeah, Vine was shut down in 2017.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Vine's been gone for
Vine's
ages
gone
now.
ages.
It was only about for a couple of years. That's crazy.
Yeah, because after Vine died, Musically came around, and then after Musically
It was TikTok.
it came to TikTok.
It was Musically became TikTok, didn't it? Or was it? Yeah,
I think something like that.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't think TikTok was around for that long.
Yeah, TikTok's been around for time.
Twitter
it's
changed
here
to
to
X.
stay, man. I think it's here to stay.
Twitter changed to X. The
Elon Musk.
dumbest thing. Elon Musk bought Twitter and nuked it.
Yeah.
It's so bad now, bro.
It is
Like just
bad.
in terms of like just operations. It's just
I think the replies and stuff for things are just terrible. Just bots and just like OnlyFans things and all that sort of stuff.
and blue ticks just like farming.
Yeah.
Like because they get paid now. I don't know if you know this, Cam.
Yeah, I did know that.
You get paid on engagement. So someone will post something, go viral, and then you'll just have blue ticks underneath, just posting jokes and videos that has nothing to do with the original thing, just because it's like, okay, this is being seen by a lot of people, and I'm a blue tick, so I'm gonna get pushed to the top.
Yeah.
So that we try and
farm the engagement.
Yeah, just farm the engagement by posting something completely unrelated, but that's funny or catchy or whatever. Horrible.
I don't know if you saw there was a glitch video the other day as well that like everyone with blue ticks was posting because it glitched out and it basically gave everyone, it just went straight to like 10-15 million views or something.
Oh man.
So I'm guessing, so everyone was posting it and every single person would have like 500k views, 2 million views, 50 million views, like just bare views on this video, and the video didn't even work. It was just like, you just see a picture and that was it, and then they would get loads of engagements with it. So everyone was my whole timeline was just that video for a while. I was like, oh my god.
And then Threads came about. Instagram tried to.
That's still a thing.
It's still a thing.
Still a thing. I
here.
didn't even know.
I don't think they're going to get rid of it. I don't think it's ever going to touch Twitter. But
Nah.
I don't think they're going to get rid of it. I signed up to Blue Sky. Sorry.
I remember you said, yeah.
It's all right.
Twitter's growing though. Elon Musk was posting the other day how it's like I think it's passing some of the apps and like biggest sync apps for the year or something like that. It's
not. I mean, who's it passing really? It's not passing TikTok or Instagram for sure. Might be passing
Facebook and Snapchat, all them kind of stuff probably.
It's probably Snapchat and that. I don't think it's even passing Facebook. Facebook's still got the boomers.
Yeah, true.
Still got the boomers.
Yeah. They're never deactivating their
Nah.
accounts.
What else has happened in the last 4 years? Elon Musk and Zuckerberg were going to scrap.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the MMA fight was like gonna happen, wasn't it?
And Musk like just went out.
Yeah.
As we all knew he would.
Zuckerberg was training.
He was already training. Zuckerberg's been training. Like I've seen mad videos of this guy hitting pads.
I saw videos. I think him, Logan Paul and Israel Adesanya were like training together and all that kind of stuff. I was like, God damn, Elon Musk is gonna get killed.
Yeah, he would have got wrapped up.
Yeah.
He would have got wrapped up. Like there's no way. What else happened?
Blue Lock.
Blue lock.
But worse than that, YouTube boxing that wasn't a thing in 2020.
Surely it was.
I think it
already a
was.
thing.
It
Definitely
was.
already.
Yeah.
It's pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
What was the first one? KSI Joe Weller.
That was the first one that blew up. Yeah, because Joe Weller and KSI. I think that was like probably like 2018 or something.
Was that before that? Really?
That was
Longer.
before Logan and KSI and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, mad. Okay. Okay. It definitely wasn't the institution that it is now.
No,
With
it
them
wasn't
putting on like full cards and stuff.
Yeah,
now.
it wasn't like that. It was just it was a thing of like, they had a full card, but it wasn't like it wasn't a regular thing. It was one off.
Yeah.
And then they had the KSI Logan one, which was a year or so later, or a couple months later. But yeah, it was definitely like early, it was like 2018, I feel like, because KSI stopped fighting for a few years and then came back to fight again. And then that's when I feel like now it's gone to what it is. Yeah, 2018, February 2018.
Fair. Okay, that's fair. Well, yeah, that's a long time actually. Wrestling is back.
Wrestling the
final
boss.
We so back.
The tribal chief.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
His title reign ended.
Yeah, because that was what, 3 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was during COVID. The entire thing was during the podcast, but yeah, that was like a good portion of it.
Yeah.
It was Roman Reigns as our tribal chief. Our tribal chief is now Solo Sikoa. Acknowledge him.
Solo Leveling came out.
Yep, good stuff.
Leveling.
Oh, Akira Toriyama, we're watching Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
He passed away. Like so much has happened in this.
Yeah, because a lot of people died in, what was it, 2020 and 20, like 20, there was just so many people that one year.
So
when was Kobe? Was that
Kobe was podcast.
Yeah.
Kobe was podcast. Pop Smoke was podcast.
Yeah.
Well, during the podcast. I think we talked about them, both of them, in our New Year's episode.
Yeah, because it was the when we came back from New Year's, it was around that kind of episode, wasn't it? Yeah.
Kobe wasn't that late in the year, wasn't it? Early in the year.
That's what I said. We talked about it in our New Year's episode.
Because I think we recapped all the people we lost in the last year, and then Kobe, Pop Smoke. Were, Takeoff. I don't think we spoke about it, but he passed away.
Yeah. So like loads of people like are no longer here. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's been a wild ride for 4 years. I do hope that the next 4 are a bit calmer. I have to say.
Yeah, things need to.
Yeah, we're living through too much history. Like I'm just thinking.
It's so true, man.
I'm thinking like if I do have children and stuff, like when they have to write their history essays and stuff, I'm just gonna be like, bruv, like bombs, man. You couldn't get within 30 yards of anyone because of COVID.
When you walked into a shop and you had to fight people to the death like Bento for toilet tissue and stuff.
yeah. Couldn't buy toilet tissue. Had to wipe it with sandpaper.
Literally, yeah, because they're gonna be. That's mad. Like they'll be in school and their history book is gonna be talking about COVID and these kind of things. And it's like,
yeah,
Dad. How old was you in COVID?
How old was you?
Because it's funny, like our parents lived through like the 3-day week of like as children. So like I had to write essays about that. Like when that happened.
What?
3-day week.
What's that?
So
say no, I was bottom set of history or whatever.
So I can't remember exactly when it was, but the work week was reduced to 3 days because was officially reduced to 3 days because the country didn't have enough coal to power.
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah, so my I remember talking to my dad about this. He was a child. He was young, like I think he was like 7 or 8, like when it happened. And he was just like, yeah, like literally, like shops used to close, like were only open for 3 days.
That's
like
3 days of shops.
That's mad.
But the country there was no power, there was no energy.
Yeah.
So if everything was staying open, the country physically couldn't sustain that.
Function, yeah.
So they had to, do the 3 day week so they could stockpile energy, like burn coal, create enough electricity, gas, and whatever.
Get some reserves going.
And then went back to thing. And there's this serious like historical point because obviously the government of the day, people obviously hated the government of the day because it was like, would you need that
how
energy?
can I live 3 days?
But that's something I remember vividly asking my dad about when I found out like the years. I was like, "You were alive for this?" He was like, "Yeah, I was a child, but I do remember it."
Yeah.
And, and obviously he didn't have too many opinions as a child, but still, and he was like, "Yeah, like we were only going to school for 3 days at that point." And so
that's crazy.
As a child going to school for 3 days is hype.
Yeah, you would love that. Like no light, no power, no, you don't need it. You don't have a phone or anything them days to charge. Like you just go out and play football, ride a bike.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Play
but it's kind of like COVID where they had
Everything was closed.
and they had online school.
Yeah, that's mad as well. Like
Yeah.
online uni and all that kind of stuff.
So happy I never had to experience.
Yeah,
that would have been terrible.
1973 to 1974, there was a 3-day week in the UK.
That's mad.
And he would have been older than you said.
How old did I say he was?
7 or 8.
Oh yeah, he would have been way
He would
older
have been
than
like 13, 14.
that. Yeah. But yeah, as he was still a child.
Yeah, I
but
mean, yeah, he's still a child, yeah.
But yeah, so like I just think about asking him about stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, if I have a child, and they actually do like history and stuff, I feel like COVID is definitely going to come up. Brexit might come up if they're like a proper
Brexit will come up.
They're
Yeah.
proper like if they properly study history, Brexit will definitely come up.
Yeah.
If they just do history in school, COVID will probably come
100%. COVID come up in all contexts of school probably.
up. No, yeah, COVID is going to be a big deal, I think. For like at least the next like 50 years or so, they're going to talk about COVID.
Yeah.
Then it might go the way like the Spanish flu and stuff. Where I don't think we did much about that.
Nah.
But yeah, just like, and if they really, really get into like their politics history bag and stuff, they're gonna be talking about the Capitol attack and that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
The assassination attempt.
Oh my god,
The most recent thing.
that was the
That
most recent
happened
thing.
the
I
other day,
completely
yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah, yeah, and then Israel Palestine, something's gonna have to give sometime soon, and that's gonna be more history. Ukraine Russia, more history. Just yeah, so
In fact, just Trump's reign and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, it wasn't podcast time, but it was the last few years, and like he came in, he's coming back in probably now as well. It's like,
Yeah, we talked a lot about Trump.
yeah,
we talked a lot about Trump. You never know. Kamala Harris might do it. Be the first woman, second black person.
yeah, yeah. I can't see it happening.
First East Asian. No, she's not East Asian. She's from the Indian subcontinent. Southeast. Yeah, in America. I just can't see it. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, she's a woman and she's a person of color. I hate that term, but I'm like,
There's no way these Americans are
not doing that. Like, no way. And Trump was already winning. Like,
Yeah.
So, no. But yeah, a lot of history. We live through a lot of history. We've all grown older and wiser as a result.
Yeah, we turned 30.
Yeah.
We turned 30.
Lost our 20s to this podcast.
It's crazy. Never thought. 30 sounds so old when you were young, and then here.
Literally,
now
when
here.
we started this podcast, if you had told me you'd still be doing this when you're 30, I would be like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's a long way away.
That's what I was saying. I would like, maybe, yeah, like a lot could happen in that time. Might do this for like a year or two, pack it in, wrap this up by the time I'm, end of the 27, wrap it up. It's possible that could happen, and that still would have been a good long time. Like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it was good to be here. But any final moments that you guys can think of, or anything else that happened in like the last 4 years that we discussed?
There is the one. It's an early episode, the Valentine's Day one, where we spoke about things to Valentine's Day, and Cam was the one.
Oh, he was like, get me out.
Yeah.
Get me out.
I was going to say, I feel like I have a lot of moments where I've just said stuff.
Yeah, Cam's got some. I think
And
Cam's got
Cam's
some.
got a quote.
Yeah,
yeah.
Cam's got some
I mean, literally
one-liners.
just last episode, I said, what was it? My stuff burning in the building and me surviving.
Yeah.
Oh,
Worst
yeah.
case scenario.
Yeah, this guy, the way you look at the world is crazy. Which is why I wanted to do this podcast with you in the first place. If when we were discussing it, I was like, I know you're not the most talkative guy, or talkative person in general, but I was like, the way your opinions on things, the way you look at things, is definitely from a different angle than the rest of us.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting.
Nice perspective.
Yeah, to hear your perspective on things. So yeah, like that Valentine's Day episode, I think it was like episode.
I think it was 9 or 10.
Something like that. I can go back and...
Yeah, we were talking about going to like flying to go to Paris and all this kind of stuff, and Cam's like, nope.
No.
Don't do any of that.
Something's wrong.
And he's like, if I'm doing that, yeah, help me. Help me. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Will Smith slapped at the
At
Oscars.
the Oscars. Smacked him.
Wasn't the whole entanglement or whatever the hell with Jada? Wasn't that
Was
during,
that podcast?
or was that before?
I think it was before. It was during.
It was during, because that was during.
Yeah.
I had an entanglement with August. Crazy.
So the whole Smith drama.
Smith family
Yeah.
drama. It's true. Will Smith and Jada going from J. Cole like saying, I want that Will and Jada love, to everyone being like, damn, free will.
Yeah, free will.
Which I don't agree with, by the way. But yeah, like, yeah, people looking at their relationship, they went from couples goals to bad marriage for life.
Yeah. Spudding each other over.
Bad marriage for life. And it was like, oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah, because I feel like our cover was Will like looking looking
dejected.
weathered and stuff, and that was one of our covers, wasn't it? And that was from the Entangle when they had that.
And Jada with the book and being like, Tupac was my soulmate.
Yeah, peak.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy times. So yeah, we've seen a lot in these last 4 years. They're giving us a lot of content. The world has.
Yeah.
Probably too much content, but
Definitely too much content.
Yeah.
it's giving us a lot of content. Like, but it's been a fun 4 years, man.
It has
been a pleasure, boys. It's been a pleasure doing this with you.
It's been great.
guys.
It's been great, lads.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get into the watch list, but let's play one more song quickly before we do that. So yeah, for this one, let's do Let's do Big Zoo and Capo Lee. We were just talking about Big Zoo the other day because we're like, does he still release music? And then immediately he drops a tune with Capo Lee. So and it's hard. So this one, Big Zoo, Capo Lee, track it out, Girona Riddim. Take this one in.
I don't trust, so I moved digital. Way that I walked out of court was a miracle. Phone line numbers written on papers, needing favours, could have been cynical. Them man are online, but I do physical. First 10 bag on the street was spiritual. Ain't no one day grind was cereal. Man get bun still without material. All that murdering music, 1G check, you ain't got the equipment. Step on the road to be losing pigment, trying to get bread up, that's why I'm distant. Man get fed up and leave the game now. Calling a package, following shipment. Boss at M and it made no difference. Caught another and he got 30. Money on mine, I gets up early. Gonna grind till the gates are pearly. You think you're swaggy, your jeans are baggy, you're way too catty, them man are nerdy. Trapping life and I started with it. Could've got recalled outside Barclays. Uncle gave me a parking ticket. I make bread and I harvest with it.
Them man thought they was leveling. You would think they're homeless cause they're begging it. Big Zoo, I get Uber Eats. I see money from my wheels but I ain't on peddling. Came in the game, you can say that I'm shagging it. Cause of that 100 M's I ain't settling. Top is the only place that man's heading in. Also top from your girl is Tion. Family, that one gives me adrenaline.
And we are back. That one right there, shout out to Big Zoo, shout out to Capo Lee. Track it out, Girona Riddim. That is not how you say that. Girona Riddim?
Nah, it's Girona. I'm pretty sure.
Girona?
It's Girona. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. I don't know. I'm not Spanish, so I think it's Girona.
Well, yeah, shout out to them, man.
The watch list.
But yeah,
I'll kick us off.
Go for it.
So I watched 2 episodes of Ninja Kamui. So
Bad boy show.
The choreography and the fighting scenes is sick. Like, yeah, so I'm gonna keep watching that. That's good. I've been watching Cobra Kai, so I restarted that and just caught up to the latest season now. It's a good show. If you're a Karate Kid fan, would recommend it.
How does one become a Karate Kid fan?
You watched it when you were younger?
At our age. I feel like we're too young to be Karate Kid fans.
Nah, you got older siblings.
The Jaden Smith one.
No.
Definitely not Jaden Smith.
Jackie
you had a TV, you had older siblings.
Pick up the jacket. No wax on, wax off. Pick up the jacket.
Nah, man, that one was that. They haven't brought them back into this new show, which I'm surprised about.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's good. I like Cobra Kai. It just brings like all the old cast from the original movies, which is I think it's good.
Billy Zabka.
Yeah, them. It's a bit lame. Like it's one of them corny shows, but it's good. I'd recommend it. Oshinoko Koi.
Oh,
season 2 started.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, season 2 started. I think it's 4 or 5 episodes in now.
What?
Yeah,
I need to lock in.
I had seen it. I didn't even know it started. I'd seen that it was like announced or something.
That's what I saw as well. And then I think when I saw it started, there was already 3 episodes out. So I think it's now on like 4 or 5.
Oh man, is it good?
It's
from what you've seen.
From what I've seen, I'm not loving it. It's not picked up from like. What's his name? Aqua trying to find his. Yeah, I feel like he's mentioned it here and there, but it's not really picking that up enough.
I feel like it's one of them ones. The manga probably does this or whatever it's from, the light novel or whatever.
Yeah.
Where, like the One Piece, just drag it, extend it. Like they know what you that overarching story you want to be there.
Yeah.
For, but they want to support the journey.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's that vibe.
Yeah, this season's about fear to production sort of thing. So it's all right. It's typical Oshinoko. Like it's interesting, but
Kind of slice of life.
yeah, but it's not as good as the first season yet.
Okay.
I've been watching Heels, the show of Stephen Amell, the wrestling one.
And Cody, is he in that?
He's not in it.
Is he not?
CM Punk was in it.
Oh yeah.
Cody might be in season 2.
I'm sure Cody. Yeah, I was about to say. I'm sure Cody did something with that. 'Cause
Maybe he'll be in season 2.
he
then.
was in Arrow with Stephen Amell,
Yeah.
and I feel like he did something else acting.
Oh, okay. So it might be. Yeah, he might be in it later then. Because
Cody.
Season 1, CM Punk was in it. Mick Foley
Cody
was in it.
Rhodes.
But it's good.
Yeah.
Obviously, wrestling fan. I'd recommend watching it. Watch Too Hot to Handle season 6. As I like my reality TV. So yeah, I've been watching that, which is good little background watch, decent show.
Yeah.
Watch Twisters in the cinema, which is a disaster movie about tornadoes, stranglers, and stuff. It was quite cool. And then watch Deadpool and Wolverine in the cinema.
We'll talk about that in a moment.
Wolverine.
And yeah, that's me.
Cam?
Yeah. So I been watching The Bear season 3. It's pretty good stuff. I started rewatching Suits again for I don't know what number I'm on rewatch I am on right now.
I've been tempted to rewatch that as well.
But I've never finished it, so
There's a new show coming as well soon.
is there really?
Yeah, it's got Stephen Amell in it again. It's like Suits in LA or something.
Okay. Interesting. I like a good courtroom drama on lawyers and doing their thing, so
Yeah.
might have to check that out.
I don't know how much Harvey Specter and them lot will be in it. They might have like cameos.
Yeah.
Obviously Rachel won't be in it.
Yeah, she's too busy being up. Yeah, I don't even like her character.
Yeah, she was a bit annoying.
And then what else? I also watched Deadpool Wolverine. Again, we'll talk about that in a sec. And I think that's everything from me. Yeah. Yours?
Yeah. Nice and easy for me. I watched Obliterated, which is a really dumb show on.
That was good. Is that the
dumb,
that was sick. I like that. That's the Hangover cut you kind of one. Yeah, I like that.
It's dumb, fam. It's so dumb. I watched it all, so I'm not saying it wasn't good necessarily, but it's just so dumb. It's so dumb.
It was dumb, but I enjoyed it. It was like a fun watch.
The whole time I was watching this, I was like, why am I watching this? Is idiotic.
Man just wanted to eat. Man just wanted food the whole time.
But he pissed me off. That's to say, he pissed me off so bad because he's just like a one-note character, and I hate that. But I guess it's not that serious of a show.
Yeah, it's a jokey show. That's just
but
like
it's so dumb. So Cam's said it. He don't care, but he doesn't know what we're talking about. It's basically like the Hangover kind of thing, or like just a comedy show, a comedy action show, where this group of like high-level government like spies and army people and pilots and all this sort of stuff, they were part of a task force of 6 months to find a bomb. At the beginning of episode 1, they think they do it. So they throw this like massive party, drugs.
Oh, did you describe this? Did you mention this on the podcast?
Yeah.
We did, yeah.
Okay.
Drugs, alcohol, everything.
Yeah.
Then midway through the party, like still at like 3 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning, they find out that it was a fake. And the bomb's still out there, and they've now got X amount of hours, and they're all like drunk and high and all of this sort of stuff. And it's just the escapades of this team trying
So
to,
funny.
And I have to say, it was like fun, but it was so dumb. I was like, fam, this is just incredibly idiotic. But
It's again one of them shows where you're just like, this is so stupid. Like, like they'll be like, we know the ones that like someone's missing. And then it'll be like, where's Chang? And then Chang's sitting there with his back facing that way, and then just like looking everywhere, like then run off. And then Chang turns around, and is like, and then they just continue doing what he's doing. And it's like, oh my god,
literally them ones. Like, yeah, it was fun though. It was fine. I also started watching Narcos season 2. Still good. Brushing up on my Spanish. No, not at all. But other than that, I watched Deadpool Wolverine as well. So out of 10, everyone, Deadpool Wolverine.
I said I gave it a 9.
Cam?
I think 9 as well.
Oh, damn. I give it 7.5.
Whoa. What's wrong?
Nothing was wrong with it. But I feel like we throw around 9s and 10s too much, man. That was a solid 7.5.
7.5. That's so harsh.
Harsh.
That's harsh.
You gotta have you gotta have space to. That's not my favorite MCU movie. And I don't think my favorite.
Endgame is your favorite, isn't it?
Nah.
Infinity War. Probably.
Infinity War, sorry. And what would you give that?
Infinity War, I might give a 10.
Yeah.
But behind that, I would say Thor Ragnarok is that in terms of the funniest movie for me.
Yeah.
That was not funnier than Thor Ragnarok for me.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay, for you guys maybe, but for me, that wasn't as funny as Thor Ragnarok had me rolling, like actually rolling. Like, at certain points, like
I feel like we shouldn't compare it to MCU movies. Though. I feel like we should compare it to just the other 2 Deadpool movies.
It's not the best. It's for me. It's the second best Deadpool movie. I think the first one was better.
I think it's on par, if not better. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think I found this one funnier than the first one. I think the first one might be a better like action movie.
I think I agree.
But I think this one was funnier.
I think the first one was a better movie. I think this one was funnier for sure. This one like did more Deadpool-y things as well. Like, there was a lot more fourth wall breaking.
Like real life references, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, way more.
So much.
Like the whole thing was very meta for sure.
Yeah,
which was good. I enjoyed like the whole like goodbye to 20th Century Fox and all this sort of stuff. Good stuff. So it was good. To me, a 7.5 is not bad. Like
I know.
Like it feels bad.
I know, but like for me, if I give something a 5, that's not bad.
Yeah.
For me, that's smack bang in the middle, like good stuff. Like, so for me, a 7.5 is very good. I think like for me, I think 5 is about average, 6 is good, 7 is great. So 7.5 is bordering on very good.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I would say 7.58. I don't think I can give it that 9. Maybe I need to watch it again, but I don't think I can give it that 9 yet. I think for me, the 9s in terms of like superhero movies are like, Thor Ragnarok, Civil War, Dark Knight Rises, if we're including like DC stuff. Like I would give Dark Knight probably a 10 and Dark Knight Rises probably a 9. Like some of these like just all time. I don't know that this is going on the all timer list yet. I think it's good. It's a good movie, but I don't know. I can put it.
I feel like for what it needed to do, it done everything, and like so that's why if you compare it to like Ragnarok, for example, on the comedy scale, I think it was funnier, and I feel like for what Deadpool movies need to do,
Ragnarok was hilarious.
This one had me almost in tears in some bits. Like actually killed me. I think for what a Deadpool movie needs to do, it did pretty much everything. That's why I'll give it a 9, a strong 9.
I mean, okay, maybe my humor's more tailored to Ragnarok. Because it was funny, you don't take it wrong. Yeah. It was funny. But maybe my humor's just more tailored towards Ragnarok. Because, like, the whole thing with Korg being like, oh yeah, me and Mickey, we're starting a revolution. Like, it's just us two at the moment. Like, we're going to do pamphlet stuff. That, to me, was, like, the funniest thing, like, when it happened and stuff. Like, so, yeah. Like, Thor had me rolling. I have to say that much. Like Deadpool almost had me rolling, but not quite.
I had me rolling. The bit when the Other Universe Ryan Reynolds came out, Deadpool came out, and then he like used him as a shield. Yeah. He's like, when he started regenerating, he's like regenerating. I was coughing out blood. That actually had me in tears. I was just dying with that bit.
Yeah, that was funny.
There was just so many bits that because I wasn't expecting them, and they're like, they sent me. That dog was disgusting, but it was funny.
I think
I hated the dog. I hated the dog
too.
It was disgusting. I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
the tongue out of the mouth.
When they kept running a bit too, I was like, this is hilarious. I was like, it's so ugly.
Nah, to me, that was just annoying. See, this is what I'm saying. So again, it's probably just my taste. The dog is in a negative. Anytime the dog was on screen, I was not having fun. Like it was not funny to me. It was not cute to me. It was unsettling.
I agree with that.
So anytime that was happening, I was not having a good time.
I think the post-credit scene just made the movie like...
That was hilarious as well.
Post-credit scene was funny. Yeah. That was a good post-credit scene. I was rolling. I was like, yeah. Cam spoiled one of the best jokes as well. Well, not the best moments.
Yeah,
not intentionally, but like I knew it was happening. Yeah, I knew it was happening because I'm not gonna say what it was, but I knew it was happening because we discussed it earlier in the thing.
When it came up, I was like, and then obviously Cam, you said it after I'd seen it. I was like, Imagine.
Comically accurate Wolverine had got a good chuckle at me though as well. Like briefly, like I was like, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, I think Wolverine was very good in it as well. He was very good. When he was going and finding different ones, and obviously had the other one who was playing him.
Oh yeah.
That was I thought interesting as well. They had a few references there.
Yeah, don't want to spoil that. But yeah, like the reference, and that's the thing. Maybe it's just me because it's like, I guess I didn't enjoy Spider-Man Far From Home, the latest one.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Okay. No, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't think that was as good as a lot of people were making out. And again, because I felt like that lent on the nostalgia of the previous trilogies and all of that stuff very heavily, which it did. But I feel like as a standalone movie, if you take away that sort of stuff, and which made it an enjoyable watch, but if you take away that stuff, I feel like it doesn't hold up on a second watch, for example. Because now you've seen the nostalgia, it's like, oh, it's Andrew, he's done.
Yeah.
Now I'm watching it and it's not as good as the movie. I think the Deadpool thing is the same thing. I feel like
I did think that as well.
I feel like on a rewatch, that half of that's not going to hit the same. I feel like before Ragnarok, and the reason why I say that was funny to me and I hold that as a better movie for me is because I immediately went back and watched that like 2 days later and it was still hilarious.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Deadpool relies a lot on the first time. The joke that I'm saying that Cam was spoilt for me because of Cam, that was still quite humorous, but I didn't hit the same because I knew, or I sussed it out because of what Cam said earlier in the day. And now, if I watch it again the second time, just knowing what the joke is, I don't think it hits as funny. Whereas Piss Off Ghost is always going to be a funny line to me in the context of what's happening.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I want to rewatch the Deadpool Wolverine and see, because I feel like it was very good. Like even without obviously.
And again, 7.5 is not like low. I'm just saying,
I think it's really really good. That's
yeah.
why because obviously I was thinking the same thing. Like when I gave it a 9 to you, I was like, I wonder if it is the nostalgic value of things that's bringing it up a bit.
Yeah.
Because after watching Spider-Man No Way From Home again, I was like, okay, I see what you're saying now. But I don't know. I have to watch it again to see. Maybe.
Also, my opinions on the MCU are now technically canon. Can we agree? Can we agree on that? That I was right, and they literally made
you
my
were just
opinion.
an early adopter of the MCU down, and then everyone caught up to you.
My opinions,
and then the
are
MCU
canon.
themselves put it into the
canon. I am
no
correct.
one has been disagreeing with you
for like last year and a half. Or so.
Yeah, we've been agreeing with you for a while.
I mean, I've been pushing it. I've been going to see the actual movies and telling you how bad they are.
Yeah, I saw the signs from early. I was like, eesh.
You did, to be fair. You did. You clocked it on early.
Not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
I think the anchor being was Iron Man. Is that what you're saying?
That's why they're bringing him back. They're literally. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that quickly. Tony.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah, Dr. Doom. Robert Downey Jr.
RDJ.
Obviously, we discussed this in our group chat, but thoughts really quickly. It's getting late. What are your thoughts on that? And the fact that he's getting paid a bag. I don't know if you guys see.
I think it's like 80 million or something.
Above it, it's over 80
Over 80 million.
He's getting private jets.
Yeah.
And all of this sort of stuff.
I think he's, as I said,
for 2 movies.
I think he's a very good actor, and I think he'll do the character well because he's a very good actor.
Yeah.
Did you see Oppenheimer?
No.
Well, I think his role in that movie was solidified it for me.
Yeah.
For him to be like an actual like really good actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he'll play the character well, and I think it'll be interesting to see what they do. And then depending on how they decide to bring Dr. Doom about, I might say just it's bad.
Yeah.
Or I might say it's good. Like I'm not hyped. I want to see what they do. But yeah,
I'm intrigued. I want to see what they do as well.
I wish that they'd done a play on it though. Like just put someone else as the actor and just built it up with whoever, and then had him in the movie at like. Same way they did with Blade. Not going to spoil who played Blade, but I think in the trailer they had the CW Blade in there, and then like same way they did that. Like just do something like that.
In the trailer for Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they didn't have who actually was Blade.
Yeah.
They had CW one. So they could do something like have Julian McMahon from the old Fantastic Four as Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Hype it up and then bring him in to for the shock factor.
Even even with Infinity War, the trailer had scenes that just didn't exist.
Yeah, it had like a Hulkbuster uniform and all that kind of stuff, didn't it?
It had an actual Hulk because Hulk wasn't in the final fight.
That was it. Yeah, it had the Hulk in it, and then he had the Hulkbuster
Yeah.
uniform right instead.
And
Yeah. I would have preferred if they hit it as well. It just. But again, the thing is, it's my opinions are twofold on this because yes, if they hit it, the shock factor in the cinema would have been great. But then again, if they tailored the movie to that the second time around, how does it hit?
Yeah.
Because so them announcing it means that the movie's not going to be tailored around the surprise of it being Robert Downey Jr., which I think is good for it being a movie that stands the test of time.
Yeah.
I feel like when they go for these kind of like moments of like that are like impactful the first time and then have diminishing returns, I feel like for me anyway, it reduces the quality of the movie. Spider-Man, No Way Home.
but don't you feel that way about Civil War? Because you said Civil War was one of your favorite movies.
Nah.
Because I feel that way about Civil War.
Really?
I like Winter Soldier over Civil War. Like Winter Soldier is probably my second favorite Marvel movie all time.
Winter Soldier's good as
Infinity
well.
War, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And I feel like Civil War's. I feel like the story is not great without the cameos, or not the cameos, but without all of the other the Avengers in the movie.
Yeah.
The movie doesn't
But
feel as good.
I feel like the other Avengers in the movie aren't being set up like, look how surprising it is that this person's here, or like, look how meaningful it is that this person's here. It's just this is the universe and they're here. If you get what I mean, like in Spider-Man.
I mean, yeah, it's not the same as Spider-Man, but I feel like it's similar. It's not the same as the Spider-Man movie. The Spider-Man movie is, of course, it relies more on the Andrew Garfield's here, Tobey Maguire's here, William Dafoe's here,
Yeah.
all the other whatever his name is, Dr. Octopus, whatever.
Yeah,
all
Jamie
these guys
Foxx.
are here. Yeah, but I feel like it's similar for me. I feel like the story in Civil War is just not as good without the Civil War aspect.
I think Civil War has a special place in my heart because I read the comic for that. So it's very different what they did, but I like what they did in the movie as well, and I know the comic story of it as well, which is like I say, very very different. It's loosely the same thing. Yeah, Winter Soldier is definitely like a bad boy movie as well. But Civil War still, like when T'Challa's running around going crazy, I still enjoy that. Like in Civil War, Spider-Man doing bits with the shield and that. There's fun moments for me that don't have diminishing returns in that movie, regardless. I know it's also always going to be a personal thing. Like I'm sure some people will watch Spider-Man, and every time Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man catches MJ, is going to mean something to them.
Yeah.
To me, that meant something once, and then the next time I'm like, I don't care about it. Not that I don't care about this anymore, but it's not like the way how they pause on it and make it such a big moment is going to have a diminishing return because that is too much of a callback to something completely else, and they dwell on it too long.
Because it's love, man.
Yeah, I know, but the first time you watch it, it's to give you time to process why, and then it's like, oh yeah, because the other movie did. The second time you already know, and now it's like I'm sitting here for 30 seconds, like.
But I guess the thing is someone who hasn't seen the other movies, would they still enjoy the movie? Because that's
also another thing.
Because so I watched Deadpool with my girlfriend, and she enjoyed it, and she had no idea who half the people were. And she enjoyed it, and I was obviously whenever someone walked out, I'm like, that's like telling her.
One of my friends fell asleep, and he doesn't care about any of these things. I know he hasn't seen like older stuff.
Yeah.
So he knows like probably the bigger names, but like everyone who was in the room, like the 4 people who were in the room, he didn't know any of those people.
Yeah.
And that's why he fell asleep because his investment in the movie was like minimal.
Okay.
This was another reason why I was saying 7.5. I can't go any higher than that. I guess I know you're rating for yourself, but I was like, yeah, some of the references and stuff, like I feel like would go over so many people's heads.
Yeah,
like
sure.
even like the talking about 20th Century Fox and all this stuff. This is all backroom deals, whatever. Like saying they're gonna make Hugh Jackman play Wolverine until he's 90. I think most people could get that. That's funny. But I feel like sometimes they got like bogged down in the details of everything. And when he was talking about like there's all the universe stuff, can we just wrap it all up or whatever? And I'm like, people ain't been checked in like that. Like so I could go over so many people's heads, but also it's quite inoffensive.
Yeah.
So it doesn't knock the movie down to being a bad movie or anything like that, but it's like, how's this gonna go? I just think I might need to rewatch it. I might actually go rewatch it one day soon. But I feel like on the rewatch, I don't know that it's gonna hit quite the same. I think it will still be funny and it'll still be enjoyable, but I don't think it's gonna be that level.
Okay.
But that's my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, first watch, I give it a 9. Maybe rewatch, I might change my mind. Same with Spider-Man and be like, oh yeah, Save on Fire, you're right. But yeah, at the moment, I'd definitely
because Spider-Man, I came out gassed, and then I didn't even rewatch it. I just lived with it for a little while.
Yeah.
And then just thought about the actual plot of what happened and stuff. I was like, that actually wasn't that good. I feel like it made me feel good as I was watching it and stuff because of everything that happening. But then when I thought about the story that had just been told to me, and it like actually steeped it and whatnot, I was like, okay, no, this story wasn't that great.
Yeah.
But it was an enjoyable ride. But anyway, that's our opinions on Deadpool and the Wolverine. Definitely go watch it. Definitely, if you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. We spoiled some of the jokes for you. Sorry about that, but there's definitely more. And there's some good moments in there for sure. So yeah, guys, episode 100 in the can.
Yeah.
How you feeling? You good?
Yep.
Yeah. Feeling good.
Well, make sure you follow us on the Twitter if you're still here. On the Twitter, on the Instagram, on the TikTok, on the YouTube, everywhere other than Facebook and Threads at 5 Letters Podcast. Let us know some of your favorite moments on the 5 Letters Podcast, man. Tell us how you're thinking, what you're feeling about 100 episodes of 5 Letters Podcast. For another 2 weeks, we are out of here. We're going to end on the new one from Tion Wayne and Russ, Millions.
We won.
This one called We Won. So yeah, for another 2 weeks.
Here we go.
Here we go. For another 2 weeks, we are out here. This one, Russ and Tion Wayne, We Won.
Wine like a genie, go to Nisha. Sexy senorita.
We won, we went 1-1. Now our paper's long. It ain't shit for us to cop hammers. We don't wanna have to get the U-Pun.
Wine like a genie, go to Nisha. I think I smoke more than Wiz Khalifa. She wants to get wild, she wants tequila. Sexy senorita. We make history, we're not done. I gun lean and it turns her on. She love Russia, she love Tion. Come like an earthquake when she jiggle her bum. Born as a leader, I'm the chosen one. I don't play FIFA, I like shooting guns. Bring her to the owner, make her back fold up. Sit like Corona, hit 'em up closer. The ass is fat, she's a verse and back. I make her rewind. I flag green, so she knows I'm slime. Me and Wayne, that's double platinum combined. Got a brand new mash, but I need more bang. Baby, I don't trap, I get paid off rhyme. Bang for bro, that's family ties. When I wrote this verse, never told
I'm
one
on
lie.
8 figures now, I'm peaking. So if your air body, it's a bit misleading. We in a Brit Award suited, booted. Really made a Dell sit with demons. Ever since body, too much money. Sometimes wanna go incognito. But one bottle with this shit like Arsenal. In a final, I'm Diego Milito. Bust down bros, never cut 'em out.
The 5 Letters Podcast.